What is up, guys? This is the Overleveled Podcast, episode 65. And we got not a lot of topics, and they're kind of like short topics, but it's going to be interesting to talk about nonetheless. And I guess we could start with the biggest news in terms of gaming, I feel. And they got to be Judgment, because that's a fire game. So Judgment is getting, I guess, halted in terms of sales in Japan, I believe, because I think it's already out in Japan. Could be completely wrong on that front, but nonetheless, it's halted because the actor for Judgment. So supposedly, I'll read it real quick. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher this. The Nichi News reports that 50-year-old Taki confessed to using a small amount of cocaine, and police are currently searching for further evidence. If prosecuted, Taki could face up to 7 years in prison.
Jesus.
So it says on the official website, Sega announced, "We have received reports of an arrest, and we are currently confirming the facts. We are withdrawing Judgment from sale in Japan for the time being, including both physical and digital editions." Sega also stated that it will no longer promote the game online, with the official Japanese website no longer accessible and all past tweets by Sega's official Twitter account regarding the game being deleted. Yeah, and it is not known if this incident will have any influence on the Western release of Judgment, which is scheduled for June 25th. So what I think about this whole mess, or not even like, okay, when this happens in the West, in terms of games, we really don't even really hear much about it, and if it does, the games will still be sold. I heard, so take this with a grain of salt, that in the Japanese culture, it's like really bad when you're found out doing those type of stuff. I think it's like it looks really bad in the culture, I guess. And when you do something like that, they take much offense to it and stuff. So that's why they're doing it. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's completely right, because I'm not Japanese, so I have no idea, or live in Japanese or no other culture like that. But that's what I heard from a friend of mine that said why they're doing that. Now, if it influences the West, I hope it doesn't, because the game looks awesome. Just because that actor did some drugs, and got caught, shouldn't affect our release of the game. Now, I'm also hearing the reason why, like, it's also kind of why they're withdrawing is so they can legit redub it with another actor. That's also some of the things I'm hearing. I don't know if it's true. It could be false. It could be true. I don't know. But personally, I really hope it doesn't affect the release for the West. And personally, I feel like they should withdraw it, but that's on them. And I guess gotta respect the culture there. But in the West, I think we can speak for everybody that we don't really care, But that's just me. What do you think about this, Jigga?
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like in the West, bro, that's light, bro. Like, oh man, probably all of our fucking movie actors are doing nose candy. So it's like, bro, that's nothing. But I mean, when it comes to cultural differences, you gotta just accept it. Like, certain cultures don't accept certain things, so it sucks. But hopefully he can. But did you say they get on like prison time or something? Or
yeah, I believe it is prison time. I think he.
Oh, that's spooky though.
Let me reread it real quick.
Because they didn't really did they say they caught him with it, or they like?
I don't know, because he says he's confessed, but I'm gonna assume they caught him, and then he legit was like, "I gotta confess."
Wait, confess to cocaine?
Yeah, doing cocaine.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's facing up to 7 years in prison.
That's a big oof.
Just being on that nose candy, bro.
I don't know. Is that like this here? Am I getting caught for doing something like that? Is that up to 7 years?
No,
I highly doubt it.
I didn't know. Heard about plenty of rappers getting caught with cocaine. Like,
yeah.
Unless it was like a huge amount.
Yeah, unless you're
Usually
selling, like, well, even selling is way like actually a lot longer than 7 years. But that, like, do you think it's going to be affected in the West? Do you think Sega would do something like that?
Wait, because if he's not in the English version of the game, I don't see why it would.
Because they are having English voiceover, right? So,
Yeah,
but I guess
it
it's
shouldn't
dual
affect us.
audio, but I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know.
Yeah, they were probably waiting because like some people do like to play games with like Japanese. Was it? I don't know. Like do the Japanese voice and then had like the subtitles.
Yeah.
So everybody's probably gonna have to wait.
Yeah, I'm also thinking about essentially for Judgment, just because I feel like the English voiceover, this is like a long time it's been since, I think it's Yakuza 2, I believe, like since that was dubbed, I think. And this time it's like oh, okay, now they're actually dubbing it again, finally. But yeah, I think it sucks that this happened, and I hope we can actually get the game in our hands. But I was also going to say that those people that have that copy that exists right now, they might be able to sell that thing for quite a bit of money.
Yep.
That because they're most likely they're going to redub the guy, or have a new Japanese voice actor for him. So hey, if you guys didn't open it, whew, might make some bank. I guess, Inspector, what do you think about them halting the sales because of this happening?
It sucks, but it's kind of, I guess, like what's the word? Comeuppance, I guess. That's not the right word, but like they're holding the what are they holding the sales of again? What is this?
They're halting the sales because of the actor, Japanese actor.
I know, like what's the game?
It's Judgment. It's from Sega.
Judgment. Oh, yeah. It kind of sucks, but it's kind of like punishment, I guess. I mean, that's what you get for doing cocaine.
But the thing is,
comes out of cocaine.
Not even like,
But as Shiga said, it's kind of like cultural differences. But
yeah.
But I don't know how much of a cultural difference is with drugs.
Yeah, I mean, 7 years seems like a long time, though.
Yeah, in America, you probably just be like, oh, I'm going to rehab. They'd be like, okay, you get 3 months probation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japan, that's 7 years. Jeez. And supposedly his character also looks like him, the actor, too.
Yeah.
I don't know if that changes anything. But what do you think about this, Taladia? About the whole Sega halting Judgment sales because of the Japanese voice actor doing cocaine?
It sucks for the part of the people who gonna get the game, right? But it does put a bad reputation on the actor, and also puts a bad reputation on Sega, because the voice actor essentially was taking cocaine. So, like, the only way they can really salvage anything is to get a new voice actor entirely.
I feel like that costs a lot of money, and also trying to like lip sync it, because I'm assuming they might have done motion capture because of how exact replica like that character looks like the actual like voice actor. Mm-hmm. And personally, for me, right, because of the West, I don't think it should affect us in general. Just because like. If we found out a voice actor did that stuff, and I don't know, but let's say The Last of Us Part 2, right? Do you think Naughty Dog / Sony would halt the sales? Like, I highly doubt that.
Nah.
Mm.
But I guess it's like that would be like you finding out a video game. Let's say, what's that dude who does Uncharted? What's his name? Oh my god, is it Nathan Fillion? Not Nathan. I don't know.
No. Nathan. You talking about Nathan? Shoot. Oh man. Yeah, Troy
Oh,
Baker and
Yeah,
Nolan
okay,
North?
okay.
Nolan.
Yeah, just put one of them. It's like you find out one of them are like a kitty diddler.
Mm-hmm.
When they halt, so it's like that's what I would compare it to. Like that's what they probably consider like drugs. That it's like something that offensive.
Yeah.
It would mar the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah. I mean, I hope he doesn't get 7 years though, bro. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah. It's a lot of years. But it is what it is. And hopefully it doesn't affect Judgment release date in the West. Hopefully. All right. So we got another gaming news to talk about. And it has to do with the Master Chief Collection. You know, we talked about it, about the rumor circulating about it coming to PC and inside
Fake
Xbox.
news.
Oh man, inside Xbox came out last night. Was it around last night? I don't know. Kind of near night / like late afternoon. And they announced that Halo Master Chief Collection is coming to PC. And the biggest shock to everyone, like including me, was it was coming to Steam, as well as the Windows Store. Now, personally, I could care less about that Windows Store. I'm definitely going to get it for Steam. I was shocked that they would. I was thinking the worst case scenario regarding the Halo, Halo Master Chief Collection, that it was going to be exclusive to Game Pass, kind of like Netflix. Like they were going to go into that format of you have to pay that reoccurring subscription. That was the worst case scenario I was thinking. And I was very happy to hear that. Now, little to the downside, some people are happy with this, some people aren't. We're not going to get the whole package at once. It's going to be kind of like episodic. The first thing we're getting, Halo Reach. Then I guess the second would be Halo 1, then 2, 3, ODST 4. So, like, it would go like that. We don't know when Reach is coming for us, but the Steam page is there. You see the Master Chief Collection there. I'm hearing it might be $30. Some people are saying $20 for the whole thing. And and it sucks for Xbox players because they have to pay an additional fee just to actually get the Halo Reach campaign. I believe the multiplayer is free with an update, but you have to actually pay for the campaign. Now, personally, I'm happy for it. I get to play all these games. Only downside, I can't play them all at once. I have to wait. Personally, I don't like that. Other people may argue that they very much like that. I just don't. But that's just me. Jigga, are you surprised about this news, or are you more surprised about it going to Steam?
I mean, look, this is fitting my narrative to Xbox. Well, Microsoft is trying to leave the console market and go to like what you call it, whatever, not third party, whatever party that is, where they just like create games. I really feel like Microsoft is going that route. Right? It's really looking like that because like they're bringing all their games to everywhere, and it's like at that point, do you really need an Xbox? It's like no. So it's like I really feel like they're just getting ready to just like drop consoles.
Yeah, the last exclusive game that Microsoft has right now is Halo 5.
Yep.
And that's it. Like, and my thing is, like, I think, and hear me out on this, from this, I will not be surprised at E3 they announce Gears of War 5 and Halo Infinite is coming to Steam. I would not be surprised. After this type of news and hearing the Microsoft executives saying they want to give people this choice, and yeah, I think one of them was talking about Epic or something like that, saying you can't lock it up just to one store. I think that might have been Mike Ybarra, and I think the reason why he said that was because their plan is to have their games on a bunch of storefronts. Steam, as well as their own storefront. Like, and dude, I see so many like Xbox. I will say some are fans, and then the rest are fanatics. They are hurt. They are very much hurt because they personally their whole thing was their whole philosophy was, if it's at the Windows Store, we have no issue. But now it's coming to Steam, is then where they're like, are you kidding me right now? Steam gets, a portion of that money and all that other stuff. And I think if it doesn't have the Microsoft label on it where you're having to buy it at the storefront, or like because Steam they don't own it, they're upset about that, it seems. They're not upset though if Game Pass goes to the Switch because I guess it's still part of Xbox, like an app. I don't know, but I guess, Chico, what do you think about that? About people being upset with it going to Steam.
I mean, I feel like you don't have a right, but at the same time, you kind of do have a right.
Mm-hmm.
If you bought an Xbox console, yeah, you have the right to be upset because it's like you spent all your money on this console, and then it's like, you don't really need it. All the games are coming everywhere else. It's like, really? After I spent all my money, this what y'all want to do? It sucks, bro. But at the same time, it's like, bro, after things start going to PC, you should have just sold your Xbox. Like, so, like, look, there's no point in owning that Xbox. It's a waste of money now.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's like people are saying, like, oh, when it goes to PC, those PC players are people that would have never actually bought an Xbox to play, I don't know, Halo. My whole thing is when I hear that, I'm like, I'm the type of person that will buy a system if you have good games on it and it is like actually an exclusive, I'm that type of player. So the reason why I own a Switch is for its exclusives. The reason why I own a PlayStation is for the exclusives. And my PC is for the multi-platform games that I can run. And on that player base that Microsoft, I feel that they should, when they keep their games exclusive. Now, it coming to PC, like, I don't care about their Xbox console. Like, that doesn't interest me now because I can play it on PC. It's the same thing if Switch and, PlayStation go to PC. I'm not going to care about those systems either, Yep.
That would make me more happy, though, because, like, get rid of the console, bro.
Yeah, I just play, exclusively on PC and just worry about upgrading my, GPU and CPU.
Yep.
That's it. Not have to buy another, system then. But that's just me. But Inspector, what do you think about the news about, Halo Master Chief Collection going to, Steam and Steam PC?
I mean, it makes sense, as I keep saying with all these Microsoft stories, is that they've been branching out to Windows 10 and above ever since, I don't know, like 2015. Their exclusives have gone like out the door like quicker and quicker because they're more focused on multimedia exposure than like their video games. So as we keep saying, I think this generation, or I think next generation is probably going to be the last Microsoft has in the console realm. Yeah. I think it's just going to be all streaming and like Windows next generation for them.
No, and I agree. And I think also I completely forgot to mention that one of probably the main reasons of them going into that market for Steam, they had not been getting a lot of PC players on the Windows Store at all. We're completely a different section of those people, right? That will, but the only reason why is to play those games. But I can understand why people will not go to the Windows Store. It's because it's trash. It's because when we play their games on the Windows storefront, their games crash. Like I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Like, their games crash. Quantum Break has crashed on me before. Gears has crashed on me, I think, twice now. And it's like that application is just bad. And they understand that as well. They say they're doing an overhaul on the Windows Store front. I don't know when that's going to be, but because of the Windows Store in the state as it is right now, that's also one of the main reasons why they went to Steam, to get more of the player base over from Steam to play their game. Because they thought, most likely, that putting it on the Windows Store, they would have a lot of people to boost up their sales, which they haven't. Gears has not seen that at all. Quantum Break hasn't as well. Like, I don't even think Quantum Break broke a mill in terms of sales. Like, it's insane. But what do you think about this Halo Master Chief Collection going to Steam?
I think it's a good idea for them to put it onto Steam. I mean, they're pretty much. I feel as if they're pretty much done with consoles, like Jigga and Inspector was saying. It's like I'm pretty much on the same page with them. I just think it's a matter of time before we see all the exclusive go onto PC.
Well, I mean, they basically are. The last one is just like Halo 5, and that's it. And because of Master Chief Collection going to PC.
Like, can I say something, bro?
Go on.
Like, I'm tired of all these dudes who's like, oh, Xbox ain't got no games. All their games just suck. Halo come to PC. Oh, man, I'm so hyped. I'm definitely finna play Halo, like, bro. Like, you're exposing yourself, bro. Microsoft obviously got good games if y'all want to play Halo that bad, bro. Like, shut up.
I think what they mean is the Master Chief Collection is kind of like the one where they enjoy. Like, I think the good games I enjoyed from Xbox this generation is Ori, Cuphead, Ori, Cuphead, yeah, right now, and Gears, and then of course Master Chief Collection.
Me, it was only Quantum Break.
I got no comment on Gears because I still think it's ass.
Oh man,
story wise, just
yeah. I mean, multiplayer, I think is good.
It's okay.
Nah, I'm not gonna get into that. We'll talk about it afterwards. But like, I still think though, all the exclusive games, like from all the like studios, will shift from after they've announced the next gen. They'll have like this cross gen thing with PC, and I feel as if this will be the first stage at E3 this year, and then everything for next E3 will be strictly PC then.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can't realistically, Microsoft can't really pull off another, like, let's say, E3 where they show exclusive console games and then expect people to buy into it. Yeah, it won't work that way.
Well,
like,
I
think
mean,
I think this E3, yes, but not next E3.
To be honest, I don't see E3 surviving in the next 2 or 3 years. I think it's going to be dead.
We're gonna talk about that. We'll segue in before ending this topic real quick. I'm gonna say, but do we think that Microsoft, after putting Master Chief Collection on Steam,
will do that for Halo?
Future games, like their future exclusives, will also be on Steam?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Because I'm not going to go to the Windows Store anymore.
The Windows Store sucks. Everything should be on Steam. I don't know why, but everything should be on Steam.
And I'm not saying like that they can't fix it. It's like they need to do a major overhaul, and they keep talking about this major overhaul. And I haven't heard anything since from them about their Windows Store. It's like, yeah, we understand the issues. We're gonna have a major overhaul. Months later.
I don't think it sucks if they get rid of Game Pass.
It would suck if they got rid of Game Pass.
I also heard Game Pass isn't making them a lot of money.
I guess we talk making money, bro. I just want Game Pass, though.
I know, but where did I see that Game Pass was not like doing?
I mean, obviously it's not making them money like every
Yeah, because they keep doing the $1 sales and shit like that.
They're trying to get people into the ecosystem by like giving them that. Hey, look, you can try it for $1, and hopefully some people stay. But it seems like nobody is, so they're obviously not making any money off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep hearing that, and it's just like that sucks. That it's not making enough money as it should.
That's why they pushed out like really big games now, like AAA games that I've seen on the Game Pass. They tweeted about Arkham. They put that onto the Game Pass, and I'm thinking, okay, if they're doing stuff like that, then they're trying every last stop they can before they lose everything for that.
My thing is, I do feel bad for the Xbox players having to pay for the Halo campaign, whereas like the PC players like us don't have to do it, and also them paying for online. Like that really sucks for them.
Yeah, they still, Xbox still have to pay for online. So
yeah, PC players don't have to. Big yikes for them. But go into it. EA. Okay. To phrase this correctly, will not have a press conference, but will still be at E3, or not be at E3. Have because they're not at E3, but they have their press conference in a building with their games in the building. So that building will still have the game floor show, right? But like them doing an actual press conference is not going to happen. Personally, I think they've been getting criticisms left and right each year, very much deservedly so. Their shows have been boring, abysmal, pacing awful, very cringy with the hosts. And I was just like, gosh dang. I think the last one, like, I felt bad for, what was her name? Andrea. Well, I think that was her last year, right? Andrea or something like that. Or Renee.
Andrea Renee. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yes, from
yeah, Andrea Renee. I felt bad for her because, like, you know, some points it's like they didn't direct her well. Like, I think like she was good, decent, but like I think that's all on EA and stuff. And then we won't talk about the other guy, that YouTuber the last year before that. But personally, I could care less. It seems like they're going to be showing off other games at different places, like Jedi: The Fallen Order that's being shown off at D23. You know, you got Madden and FIFA. Like, you really don't need a press conference for those games. And I don't think they have anything else to show. Like, BioWare, I think, is still in the early stages of the next Dragon Age. And yeah, I really don't see it, and I could care less. Like, for their sports titles, I really don't care. So that's that. Maybe if they have Visceral, they might have had that new that Star Wars game Amy Hemming was working on. But that's just me, though. But what do you think about this, Chica? Are you crying that EA is not at E3 this year?
Bruh, last year when they showed a mobile phone game, I'm like,
yeah, Command & Conquer.
Yeah, but that was like, you know what? Maybe E3 doesn't need to be every year or something. I don't know, but am I mad, sad? I don't really care that they're not going to be there. It's like E3 has been losing its luster. It's been getting more and more just like, man, every time. Like, you get hyped for it, and it's like, why am I hyped for these mad games? Like,
yeah. What about you, Inspector? About EA not going to be at E3 this year for a press conference?
Well, another one bites the dust for Sony, now EA.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, it's not surprising. I think after all the criticism that's been lobbed at them, that makes sense that, like, I just think EA is one of those companies that just doesn't really fit at an E3. I get they're one of the biggest third-party developers, but they've just never, like, they've always, I think, had trouble competing with Ubisoft at E3 because Ubisoft always upstages them at E3. and that's maybe because like Ubisoft actually like has good pacing in their conferences, unlike EA does, and doesn't like play to trends like EA tries to do every year with like their YouTuber hosts.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like whatever. Like I don't play like that many EA games anymore. I don't think I play any. I think I only play like the only games that I play are like PlayStation exclusives and maybe like some Ubisoft games that come out if I'm interested in them.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really have no interest in EA.
I feel that. What about utility of EA not showing up?
Me perfectly honest is like I think it was the best decision for them to do, just to put like demo games and stuff, right? Instead of them having a full-fledged press conference, because last year was really bad. And to be honest, yeah, we know that they haven't got as much games this year compared to last year. Yeah, even though they're still trying to push out Star Wars Battlefront 2, I still think personally that just having demos like, FIFA, Madden, and what's it called? What's
Need for Speed, who knows?
Need for Speed and the other, and Star Wars: The Fallen Jedi. Regarding, like they've said that, and I think perfectly honest, I think that's the best thing they have done in a long time. To be fair, and I feel as if this way people will get to see the gameplay, and I think they should continue on doing that instead of us giving us press conferences for about an hour or two.
Yeah, I agree. I guess we could talk another thing real quick. Do want to just talk about Sekiro Shadows Die Twice launch trailer. Looked pretty nice, and actually shows bits of the story, and it's going to have like a traditional story, which From Software really doesn't usually make. They usually like to tell stories through the environments and items you get and all that. It was very interesting that they went that route, and the gameplay looks awesome. It's going to look really, really hard to play. It seems like you have to like jump and go from building to building or dodge slash parry slash attack. It's like more things to do in that way, and it's supposedly harder. So, Jiggy, you got any thing to say on that trailer? Or did you not see it?
What's it now?
The Sekiro official launch trailer.
Oh yeah, I seen it. Like recently, I've been watching more and more of that, and I'm like, it looks like I hate that. I watched the story trailer, and they made that thing seem like, oh man, this story gonna be excellent. But then that's like, I know it's made by the Souls people, so it's like that story is gonna be like non-existent. So
well,
yeah,
they said this game is going to be told traditional stories. So we have no idea. Like they said, it's not going to be like the environment storytelling like they usually do. Because they have like English voice actors this time. Like, I mean, they had it in the past, but it seems like cutscenes and stuff like that, actual like legit cutscenes.
They did give me more hype for it though, like watching it. So it's like I'm probably gonna get it. I don't know. I don't like hard games though.
I'll be definitely getting it on my PC.
Yo, I'm definitely getting on PC. I heard PS4 like that frame pacing and stuff. Like, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Inspector, have you seen the trailer or no?
No.
What about you, Talada? Have you seen it?
Nope, not interested.
Not interested. Oh
man, they haters. They don't see the greatness the game
From Software. Oh man, I feel that. So we do got one more game news to talk about, and I believe that is Ghost of Tsushima. So what happened exactly for Ghost of Tsushima is this: that supposedly I forgot who leaked it. So take this with a grain of salt. The leak date was shown is supposed to be August 30th, and that's on a Friday. For Ghost of Tsushima, usually most PlayStation exclusives, like even Days Gone, God of War, was it even Spider-Man? Yeah, Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yep.
They all release on Fridays, so take that with a grain of salt. Is it actually going to be released on that date? Who knows? Do I think that's a good release date? August? Yeah, I think so. Not many games release on August at all, to be completely honest. Usually, when we start seeing the heavy hitters, it's September through like November, usually. But if it turns out to be on that date, I think that's a good release date. But take it with a grain of salt. Don't know. We don't know for sure if that's actually the release date. But Jiga, you think that's true? And if the if you like, I guess, agree with the release date that they put in?
No, I don't. As much as I want it to be this year, I don't see it happening. If it does, I would be really happy because, like that game looked like it has the type of gameplay I want to like play. So like me getting it sooner rather than later will make me happy. Like 2019, not 2020.
Yeah,
I don't see it being this year.
Okay, let's say, hypothetically speaking, that it does come out on that date. Do you think that's a good date to release in?
What you said, August?
August 30th.
I can't say because we don't know any games that's really coming out in August.
Like, but usually going by the game history, like every year, there's barely any games coming out in August.
I think like 2K and Call of Duty usually come out in August, don't they? Or around there, August, November.
Call of Duty usually goes late October or early November. I think 2K, I thought that comes out in September. I think.
You might be right. But yeah, well, I would say yes because it's like we don't know anything that's coming out, so it's like
I think it being a brand new IP and coming out on that date, that should be successful. Should, keyword. We never know truly, but that's not a busy time frame for games. I feel like busy is like September through November. But most, now gaming companies are starting to become smart now and release it in other months now. They're adopting the Sony launch method of their game. So sure, we never know. Maybe it releases on like other games release on August. But I guess, Inspector, what do you think about this supposed leak? Do you think it's true? And what do you think about the release date being on that day?
I don't know if I trust this leak. I want to because I really want this game to come out as soon as possible. But like, I'm not trying to rush Sucker Punch putting their game out. But as for the date, it's an interesting date. Usually, it's weird how games happen. Is that usually usually the gaming season is like really slow in the summer for some reason. Like, there's usually not a lot of big games that come out in the summer.
Yep.
Especially at the end of August, because that's Labor Day weekend. So it kind of, I don't know. Actually, is it Labor Day weekend or is it the weekend before Labor Day weekend?
It's before. Wait. Let me see. Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, because I think Labor Day is on the 2nd, on September 2nd. So it makes sense that they would want to like build off the holiday, so more people would get their last game in before school starts. But it makes sense that they would want to keep it out like the late September to mid-November range, because that's when all the big games come out.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't know if I see it coming out in August. I could see it coming out, like, if it does come out in like August or maybe like mid-September, that would be cool. But if anything, it'll probably come out like February 2020, because Sony likes putting out their games in February. Like, just look at Horizon. Like, Sony likes putting out their games either like at the beginning of the year, like in between like February and April, or in like September. So
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I feel it. What do you think about this, Stalati?
I think personally, with the Ghost of Tsushima leak, I think it might be legit because like 30th of August, I can see that being a really good day, and like there was I think it was like a 10-minute video or something somebody made about it, about Ghost of Tsushima's leak, and it was on a what's it called, Switzerland website or something like that, was it?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound to be one of those like fake things. I think it's
And they also get some stuff right or something like that.
I'm not too sure. That I don't know, but like I think this leak might be legit. If it does turn out to be legit, then that gives enough time for The Last of Us Part 2 to come out by the end of the year, and then possibly by 2020, your favorite game, that is Death Stranding.
Yeah, man. Watch that thing come out this year.
Nah. But like I said, I think the whole Ghost of Tsushima, I still like it. I'm still very, very pleased with what it looks like. It looks stunning. So,
are you gonna get the game?
Me? No, unfortunately not. I'm broke.
Oh man, dang! You gonna get The Last of Us?
Last of Us. I'm gonna be broke until November.
Till November?
Yeah.
Man, sadness. I was seeing another leak supposedly. It has to do with PlayStation 5. I want to close the game section real quick.
Was this on a Reset Era? What was it from?
Give me a sec. Supposedly, it might be legit because they leaked the Switch. Give me a sec. So now this is, take it with a grain of salt, but this is leaked from Beyond 3D forum. It's read that Sony's upcoming flagship could feature an 8-core Zen 2 CPU, Navi GPU, 20 gigabytes of RAM for games, with other 4 gigabytes for the operating system. On top of that, PS5 may come with 2 terabyte hard drive, HDD. Okay. The leak surfaced on Beyond 3D forum, which is the same place. Oh, okay, I lied. They accurately revealed the Wii U specs prior to its release. Yeah. According to the leak, PlayStation 5 will feature 8-core, 16-thread AMD Zen 2 CPU clocked at 3.2 gigahertz and AMD Navi's GPU of 14.2 teraflops, which is higher than the 13.8 teraflop count in AMD's latest flagship GPU, Radeon. I don't know Roman numerals. It's VII.
7.
Okay, 7. Furthermore, PS5 could have a total of 24 gigs of RAM with 20 gigs of GDDR6 reserved for games and 4 gigabytes of DDR4 for the operating system. And last but not least, players will get 2 terabytes of hard drive space to store their games. If the leak turns out to be correct and Sony release their next console with these specs, it's safe to assume that PlayStation 5 will be one pricey piece of hardware.
So,
but it looks like it from this leak specs, it definitely could do 4K 60, most likely. Now, do I think this is legit? I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, they did leak the Wii U specs prior to its release and got that right. So I mean, they're 1-0 right now. So we don't know. But personally, when people say it's going to be a hefty price, will it though? Because they can take a loss on console sales, like making money on the console. Many people have done this in the past. Many, even PlayStation 3 had to sell at a loss, even though it had a high price tag. Xbox as well, Xbox 360. So personally, it could be still $400. It's just that Sony's going to take a big loss. Well, not big loss, but take a loss on the PlayStations being sold, but get their return and more profit from software sales. But I guess, Giga, what do you think about this leak and about the track record from said leaker or leak site?
Nah, them specs sound too good to be true, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm trying to think. My PC has 32 gigs of RAM. I don't know, bro.
20 gigs of RAM for games, though. That's crazy.
I'm just saying that's expensive, dog.
I don't.
RAM prices are going down, but
this is GDR6. This is a GDR5. This is like.
Oh yeah, wait, isn't GDR6 that's gonna be no? Yeah, that's fake, bro. Cause GDR6, from what we know, is gonna be super expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see Sony putting it into a console, bro. That will put you too much into the hole unless you price that console way ahead. I don't see it, bro.
And we do gotta say though, I completely forgot that Sony, of course, is going to be at GDC, March 18th through March 23rd. So we're probably going to get more leaks about the PlayStation 5. So there's that.
And also, they ever use top of the line AMD CPU for the consoles? Don't they use the cut down version of it?
I have no idea because I didn't really keep into the gaming news back in 2012. I think I did, but I completely forgot. Because I know they use Jaguar CPUs, but the Jaguars are very not that great at all. So the CPUs are a bottleneck right now. But
tends to make me believe that it's not going to be that.
And the site also said the listed specs are also pretty future-proof, especially 24 gigs of RAM, which could suggest that Sony doesn't have plans for a Pro version. It could be possible.
I mean, that would make me happy though if they did. I hate the Pro version, but get rid of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of mid-gen refreshes, bro. Just let it rock.
They just got to make it powerful, but the problem is making a system powerful costs money, and it's what do you want? You want a $500 console or a mid-gen refresh, which would be a $400 console and then a refresh. Personally, I don't know.
So it's $900 right there.
Yeah.
Over maybe 6 or 7. I don't know, bro. It's spooky either way.
If that turns out to be true, though, puts my PC to shame. PC to shame. Especially with my 970. Dude, I definitely need to upgrade my 970.
Oh, man, but do you?
Yes!
Yes, he does.
Bro, my medium settings, I'm literally having to put medium settings now in my game.
That's still better than the consoles, which are low medium, dog.
No. Trust me, Jigga. He needs to get a better specs graphics card.
I want to upgrade to 1440p. That's what I want to do instead of 1080p. 1440p, 60 frames, on ultra settings.
I don't know, bro.
Are
you being a gold chain gamer, dog?
No, because I'm probably gonna get a 2070.
Oh, that's definitely gold chaining right there, dog.
Chaining is 2080 or 2080 Ti, dude.
No, 2070 is gold chaining. You can get a 2060 and be good.
2060 is not that good though. You might as well get a.
The 2060 is good, dog. What do you mean?
I'm pretty sure 1080 is better than a 2060.
No, I'm pretty sure 2060 is better than 1080, dog.
Are you sure? Because like from what I've seen, like 1080 Ti is supposedly better than a 2080 and a 2070.
A 1080 Ti, I thought they said was on par with like a 20. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, because I was looking at frame rate tests on ultra settings, and the 1080 Ti is like has a lot of frames. But, I guess, Inspector, what do you think about the leak specs? You think it's true? Not true?
I mean, it sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really big into specs and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention to that stuff. So like all your speeches kind of went over my head.
Yeah.
We were talking with Jake about that, but
like PC specs, like
yeah. But with that, like it's definitely gonna be an expensive console if that much is being put into it. I expect, I don't know, probably like 600 at the least. But I don't know if that, again, if the leak is true. Like,
yeah, it could be wrong.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, so even of them having the Wii U specs leaked being correct, still take it with a grain of salt. They only did got one of their guesses right. Plus, I don't know about their other guesses. So, what do you think about this leak, Claudia, about the leaked PS5 specs?
I think personally, when it comes down to the PS5 specs, did they got the Switch right?
No, they got the Wii U.
They got the Wii U right, but that was years ago, so it could be wrong. It's a 1 in a 50-50 chance, essentially, right?
I mean, guessing specs is near impossible.
Yeah. It's a 50-50 thing, but like,
no, it's like
it's not even 50. No, dude, that's like a 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000 chance of somebody getting shit like that, right?
Right.
Because like naming the type of GPU, the type of RAM, the type of CPU, the gigahertz, the type of the storage being used, like that shit.
It was kind of easier with the Switch though. Because it's like
what's the Wii U? Wii U just like and also like I think they guessed the tablet stuff too. So
it's like, but like it's like I said, when it comes down to the PlayStation 5 console, regardless, I don't think it'll be pricey. I think it'll be about the same price as the PlayStation 4 when it first came out. So I don't think it'd be overpriced.
That with some specs, it can be. That's too much of a loss to be taken.
Yeah.
I mean, when the PlayStation 4 came out, right? It was the same. It was
400, but the reason why was like they weren't using top line parts. They were using like not high end, like medium / low end.
Mm-hmm.
This is like high end shit.
It's like I said. But yeah, but the way I see it, it's just that I don't see them pushing more than 350. I don't see them pushing.
They're definitely gonna push more than $350.
If those specs are true, yeah, definitely.
I mean, no, I'm talking about UK base. The price of UK base, it wouldn't be more than 350. Because retailers don't expect people to pay 400 quid for a console. Maybe in America, yeah, but not in the UK. It'd be different.
I don't know. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
One more thing having to do with game news. Ninja, or Old Pal Ninja, supposedly got $1 million from EA to promote Apex Legends. What do I think about this man racking up the money? Am I surprised? No. Did he ever disclose this? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure when you're trying to promote a game, you have to disclose that if you're getting paid.
But the stuff, the Twitch and YouTube are different, aren't they? Like, I don't know, but that's kind of spooky.
No, I thought I forgot because I heard that usually when it goes down to this, like you're getting paid by said person, like to stream it. I thought you have to say that you know you're getting like you're promoting this because you're getting paid.
Maybe maybe he just put in a tag like stream. I don't know, but it's spooky.
Man got a mill.
Yeah, if he got he will have to say like, look, I am being paid to stream this. So if he didn't, he can probably get in trouble.
Yeah. But geez, man made a mill. That's crazy.
Look, that's what clout would do for you, though. When you got that clout, bro.
And it's like, oh man, EA comes to me. Hey man, it's like I'll give you a mill to stream Need for Speed. I'll be like, dude, I hate racers, but $1 million is $1 million.
But if they came for me $1 million, said I would have to stream the worst game they ever created, Live 19, I would definitely do that.
And be like, this is the best game ever.
Like, oh man, you see how he shoot, man? It's the best shooting game I've ever seen.
Yep.
Oh man,
A mill is a mill.
I would play even FIFA, and I hate soccer.
I hate sports games, so I definitely do that shit. Be like, best sports game I've ever played. Actually, best game of this year. Game of the year, actually.
You saw he dribble the ball with his feet. Amazing.
Revolutionary. It's amazing.
Look, I have no pride.
Yeah. But
man,
a mill is a lot, though. Oof, I wish that came my way. But, Inspector, what do you think about Ninja getting $1 million to promote Apex Legends? And you have no idea whether or not, he straight up didn't even say that he was promoting said game.
$1 million is a huge number. That's nuts. And I feel that he didn't say he was promoting it. You said like he didn't say like he was sponsored by the people.
And so somebody like this news broke out, and they asked him if this was like because this is a leak, right? And they asked Ninja, if this was true, and he declined to comment. Usually, when people decline to comment, basically,
I hate people who do that. You're basically admitting you're guilty.
Yeah, it's like yeah, but I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah, that's really shady.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically saying, yeah, I took that bag.
Yeah, actually, like even Shroud refused to disclose the specifics of his arrangements with EA, just like Ninja. Like, gosh dang, man, EA, man, even though they didn't market this game, man, they're paying the streamers like.
I mean, that's the best type of marketing.
Shroud, like maybe $500,000. It's like, oh man, but you got Mike Ybarra saying trust your streamers and all this stuff. Oh man.
I mean, I trust them to get that bag. They gonna get that money. I mean, if you build up that clout, it's like, why not get paid off of it?
Yeah. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so it says Shroud got, besides Ninja, Shroud, Dr. Disrespect, Lyric, and Summit 1G. Were those people as well. Yeah. So those were also got paid to promote this game on launch day. So Shroud refused to, disclose the specifics. So yeah, when they refuse and decline to comment usually means, it's true. But Inspector, what do you think about this whole thing?
I just said it was. I already gave my opinion.
I know, but like, as well as like the other streamers, though.
Oh, that's really interesting. Like again, I don't pay attention to these types of streamers, so but it's nuts how much money they're making.
Yep. Hey man, EA, come over here. I'll definitely promote all your games. I'll tell you to buy all the microtransactions, all the cards.
Bro, your power levels are like 1,000.
Oh man, but Taladia, what do you think about this whole news about the streamers, getting paid to play Apex Legends?
I think it's good for business.
Oh man, good for business. Oh, I see.
From a business perspective, it's a smart move, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like for Ninja to do it, the most popular Fortnite streamer of all time, for him to do it, I'm just like, I just think it's good. It's be really good for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think he'll stick to Fortnite like he has always done.
Yeah, well, it's what it is. All right. I guess this is it for the gaming side of things. Not many like actual game. Oh, actually,
There was one more thing you forgot for the game.
That's the you in every game you played. Oh man, facts.
Oh man. Well, what was it until I have another thing, but what's the other thing?
It was about the whole what's it called? Thingy game control for game platform.
Controller?
No, control the game control.
Oh yeah. I have that on my Wow. Yeah, I have that on my thing that I bookmarked. You're right. So they didn't get an actual release date, but they gave us a launch window. So Control, made by Remedy, which looks really, really good, and it has better destruction. Better destruction than Crackdown 3.
I mean, yeah, I agree with that.
From what I'm seeing from Game Informer and stuff like that. Personally, I'm hyped for it. I think it'll have. I'm gonna say this because of Quantum Break had a good story revolving around the science, but I could care less about the characters. I'm hoping in this that they have a good, science story along with good characters.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I really want from it. But this is coming out in the summer. No actual release date, but I think that is a actual good time to place your game in. Personally, I'm hyped for the game. I don't know if Jigga is, but I'm hyped for it.
I'm excited to see more, to be my honest opinion.
Yeah, and it's like you're using your powers like that, and you're levitating and all this stuff.
Yeah, that's the one thing I hate about the game.
Oh, about using levitation and stuff.
Yeah, the powers is cool, but something about that levitation it looks trash to me. Cause I know it's going to put difficulty in the game where you're going to just head a whole bunch of flying enemies and people. It's going to be fucking annoying.
But do you think the summer release date is a good window for this game?
I'll say yeah.
Because Quantum Break came out in April, I believe. Yeah, came out in April. But personally, it's I'm hyped for it. I mean, shoot. I do hope that they get better marketing though, because the game's gonna need it. Did they even say who the publisher of this game was?
I haven't heard anything.
Or is this just an indie game? Even though, let me look. Oh, wait a minute. I think it is by a publisher. Control Remedy publisher. Somebody we barely know. It's published. It's 505.
Wait, who was I heard of 505?
505 publisher. Let me see. 505 Games, publisher for Xbox, PS4. They published Portal Knights, Laser League. Oh man, did it say The Walking Dead?
Damn. Well, that game's gonna be trash now.
Pillars of Eternity, Bloodstained. Oh, Bloodstained's pretty good. So they got hits and misses, from what I've seen.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a hit. Bloodstained looks pretty damn dope. So, I guess Inspector, what do you think? Have you really seen much about Control, and do you think the summer release time frame is good for the game?
Control's like an indie game, right?
Well, it has a publisher. It's made by the same people that did Alan Wake as well as Quantum Break.
Oh.
And
no, I haven't been paying attention to it, so I really have nothing to say about it.
All right. What about you, Taylor? You think the summer release date's good for the game?
Yeah, I think a summer release date is a good deal for the game, because at the end of the day, there's not many other big budget games coming out in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's a really good timing.
Yep, I'll definitely be buying it. Shoot.
They better have some like good science and story in that game, bro.
Yeah, Quantum Break had awesome science story. It's
Yeah,
just
it really did. That's what I'm like. That's what I want.
Another thing too, I still think it's gonna. I think it'll be at E3 this year too. They'll show a lot more.
no,
I wouldn't be mad.
I think because Sony has I believe, marketing rights for that game, so they're not going to be there. Or they're going to be at the show floor, really. To be completely.
No, I mean in terms of show floor. I'm not talking about.
Yeah. I agree with that. It'll definitely be in the show floor. Yeah, but I'm super hyped, and I think the character is awesome. My only thing, I guess, the only problem I have with Quantum Break, and I've said this multiple, is just the science story of that game. Quantum Break is really fucking good. But the problem I had with it is I could care less about the characters. I just didn't care for them at all. I wasn't worried about them. I just didn't care. You know?
I feel like that most of that is because of the baked on like video thing they try to show you.
Yeah.
It's like they were getting like people you just didn't care about. Like the dude who was like hacking the computer. I think I don't know if he died or not. It's like, bro, I don't care.
Yeah, and the antagonist, like, I don't want to say he was the antagonist, but like he was in the episodes, right? And he was working for the bad company, and you get to face him towards the end, or something like that, right? With the voices and stuff like that. But like they didn't really build up. See, I can't tell you the characters' names. I can't tell you because they weren't that memorable. I can tell you Littlefinger. I know Littlefinger, but I don't even know the guy's real name in the game.
You don't know his character name, bro. It's trash.
They just weren't good. I know Iceman. He's the main character.
Iceman.
I just don't know his character's name in the game. Like it is what it is.
Well, let's switch gears anyway and talk about TVs and movies.
You say switch gears? Oh man, you talking about Gears? Facts.
Oh, look at that about Gears of War.
I wasn't talking about Gears of War.
Gears of War.
Don't think I'm don't think I take out context.
Come outside. Anyway. Come outside and meet me at the playground to play some Gears. We got the TV set up and everything. We'd get $50.
Oof.
So, Doom Eternal, the people making Doom Eternal, Bethesda, ID Software, had something to say because some trash has been released on the internet. A movie called Doom Annihilation. Developer ID Software has officially stated that they have no involvement with Doom Annihilation, a new direct-to-video adaptation of the story franchise. Yesterday, a new trailer was released for Doom Annihilation. The reaction was not overly positive. No, that shit was destroyed, ripped to shreds, deservedly so. This prompted George the Raven to tweet at ID Software and the official Doom account to ask for their most honest opinion. In response, okay, this is what he said. I really want at Doom and ID Software to give your most honest opinion on the trailer for Doom Annihilation. And they were just like, dude, we're not involved with that movie. That's big trash. They're like, get that shit out of here. They didn't say we're hyped for it. They were just like, dude, no, get that trash away. Like, it looked bad. It looked really, really bad. Like the models, the guns look really, really fake. Like, oh man, it looked bad. Jacob, did you see the Doom Annihilation trailer?
Nope, because I hate Doom.
Nah, I don't like Doom. Like,
you don't like Doom?
No,
Doom is hype franchise to me.
Like, it's not like it's worse than, I would say it's worse than the OG.
Worse than the OG, man. You're shooting demons in the face.
Yeah, I know, but it's worse than the OG Doom, isn't it? If you think about it, if it's not connected.
What do you mean not connected?
They're not connecting it to the game.
Are you talking about the reboot Doom?
Yeah.
The new Doom game.
Yeah. They're not connecting it to it. So.
He's not Doom guy though. Man, I forgot his name because I played this in May. Okay.
But if your name is Doom Guy, like that's your name, Doom, like bro, that's fucking
back in the night. Well, back in like the old days, like you know what I mean. Like you see the graphics, it's like it's not that creative, you know. I mean,
so they're gonna call Master Chief Halo Guy. Hey, that's a Halo guy.
Yeah,
Master Chief came out in like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
that's still
wait, Jigga. He's the Halo guy. Okay, get it.
No, he's Master Chief.
No.
So in the reboot, Doom Guy, commonly known as the Marine and referred to as the Doom Slayer in the rebooted portion of the series, is the unnamed player character in the Doom video game franchise. So they call him Doom Slayer. No.
Trash.
I mean, he is a Slayer. Kills a lot of demons. So I guess Inspector, have you seen the trailer for Doom Annihilation?
No.
No? Well, don't watch it because
I won't.
I've been scarred.
Like you don't have to worry, I won't.
I won't. Oh man! But what about you, Slide? Did you see Doom Annihilation trailer?
And I did that.
Oh man! Thank you, Slide, for letting me know. Feels bad. A man has won AWOL. Well, I guess we'll go to another topic. Slide just left me hanging.
I want to sleep on me. Sleep on that.
Do want to do a quick tidbit of news, guys. Fandango is giving early screenings. I'm gonna assume it's more akin to Aquaman with Amazon Prime. You just purchase from Fandango, and you can see the movie March 23rd through something. I don't know.
March 23rd. What day is that? March 23rd.
I don't know.
Is it Saturday, I assume?
Yeah, Saturday, yeah. Makes sense.
Oof.
Amazon Prime did that before.
Damn.
So.
That's too late for me.
Too late for you? Oh, man.
I mean, I can't ask for that day off. It's too late.
Let me see real quick. Because I think it's up to a certain point.
The 23rd is next Saturday. Not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday.
Yeah, give me a sec. Because it's a time duration thing. Let's see. Okay. I'm trying to click. There we go. So I can read it to you guys real quick. See it first. You can see Shazam on March 23rd, 2 weeks before its release, plus get free Shazam digital comic books from DC. Offer is valid from 9 a.m. Pacific time on March 13th, 2019 through March 23rd. Okay. Purchase must be made with a Fandango VIP account.
Oh, I don't have Fandango VIP, so it doesn't matter.
Isn't VIP just like a regular account or no?
No, VIP is like their paid.
Oh man, you got pay for it?
Yeah.
Bad. Now it's like, oh no, it says join it for free. It's free. So, oh snap. Okay, because I clicked on it. It's free. So yeah, you can see it. So if your movie theater is doing it, go do it. If you want to see Shazam, I'm probably going to do it. I'll let you guys know how it is. Yeah, I won't do any slandering right now. But I was going to slander hard. But what do we think about that, though? Fandango and DC partnering?
Me personally, like, I think it's a good thing.
They did it with Aquaman and Amazon Prime.
Yeah. So I think it's a good thing that they're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So people get to see it early. And I feel as if the feedback would be really good.
Yep.
Like, I think that, but at least the way I see it is, it's a win-win. Fans are getting what they want, and WB will be happy with what they produced.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I guess. What about you, Inspector? What do you think about them doing this?
Makes sense, as you said, they did it with Aquaman.
Yeah.
But sucks that I'm not gonna be able to go to the screening.
Yeah, it's the same thing here. I can't see it.
Can't see it.
Me, I will try to see it. Yeah, it's next Saturday. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's too late for me to ask for that day off. I'm just gonna ask for that Thursday off. The Thursday, the release day.
Because it's only in America, right, that you guys can get to see it early.
I think I could be wrong, but I think. What do you think about this, Jigga? You know, the Fandango.
I don't know what Fandango is, but it's I don't know. I really don't feel like it has anything to do. Like it's good that some people get to see it earlier. I guess I don't know. Like
Yeah, like basically what Fandango like is it's like you can buy tickets from that site basically for like your movie theater. And, you know, earn points and get like rewards and stuff like that.
oh, well, I guess that's good.
So that's basically it. It's like the same thing with Adam. They're basically the same thing, but different rewards, different features, all that. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. I guess we can talk about the reaction for Shazam. Twitter roundup reaction. Do it real quick. Eric Eisenberg, DC is finally building a solid run. Hashtag Shazam is a delight. It's familiar. Origin structure is forgivable because of all the new it brings to the table. Primarily, it's gleeful, childlike enthusiasm, and a heartfelt perspective on family. It's also the role Zachary Levi was born to play. Ash Crossan was damn near perfect in my book. My favorite DC movie, DCEU. What are we saying now? That's like the parentheses, and by far pure of heart, incredible funny, full of in jokes and references. It brought me childlike joy to watch. This role was made for Zachary Levi and Jack and Asher and the entire cast. Jim, oh my gosh, I'm gonna call him Jim. Shazam is DC's most joyful and sweetful movie since the era of Christopher Reeve's Superman, a funny yet earnest coming-of-age story about a boy who learns that, well, with great power comes great responsibility. It doesn't reinvent the superhero movie wheel, but is undeniably fun. Eric Davis, hashtag Shazam, is big, goofy, lovable, and unlike anything DC has done before. Definitely in the vein of Tom Hanks' Big, but with superhero action and lots of Batman and Superman references. I dug this film so much, I wanted to give it a bear hug at the end. DC movies keep getting better. Scott Menzel. With Shazam, David F. Sandberg proves once again that he is a remarkable filmmaker that has seamlessly made the jump from small budget horror to big budget blockbuster. Shazam naturally embraces diversity without being showy. Plus, it has great messages about family too. Shazam is the superhero film that you never knew you needed. Zachary Levi was born to play this role, ridiculously entertaining and nonstop fun. From start to finish, loved every character and all of the pop culture references. This is what going to the movies is all about. Brandon Davis. Shazam's such a brilliant movie. It's tremendously fun and incredibly scary at some points. Thanks to David F. Sandberg, it blows away every expectation. It's my new favorite DC movie. German Lucier. Shazam is another win for DC. Sure, the humor and action you'd expect from a superhero film right there, but hashtag Shazam movie stands out because of the emotional family story at its center. Had small issues with the hero/villain aspects, but the family stuff is dynamic and powerful. Peter Scarrett. Shazam is parts Home Alone, parts big a crowd-pleasing, family-friendly, joy-filled with wish fulfillment superhero film, which gets a bit over the top and cheesy at times. It's fun and funny, and I was surprised at how much it wears his hearts on his sleeve. Mike says, which is why I'm really pleased to report that Shazam the movie absolutely nails it. It's a really pleasant surprise, even funnier than the trailers make it look, and it has a real, genuine heart. John Spartan Nguyen, hashtag Sam, super fun. The movie is at its best when Zachary Levi is trying out superpowers and Billy Basson is dealing with his foster family. And that really is what all the critics are saying about the film. It is very overwhelmingly positive. They're very confident in people seeing this week's actually, when was this? I think it was the week of March 4th. And when does the movie actually come out?
April 5th.
April 5th. So that's about a month before it comes out. So yeah, that's really good. Really, really good. For them to do that a month shows confidence. They think it's going to be a hit, and I think it might be now. I think it might be with the confidence showing. I think it's going to very much help them for the box office now from seeing all this. Personally, I didn't think the villain was going to be good. Thought he was going to be meh. I think like what people are saying is like the dynamics between like the family and all that, having heart and joy, and it's dope. I think it's gonna be good. Jacob, what do you think about this overwhelming positive news about Shazam?
I feel like I'm gonna like this way more than I would like Aquaman. Like I feel like it's more story oriented. Like there's action in it, but it's more of a building up this character, and it feels gonna be more emotional because like it's a kid and it's like disabled friend, and it's like I really feel like it's gonna be like a really good movie. So the reviews are like just reaffirming my beliefs that this might be a really good movie.
Mm-hmm. Phil, what about you, Inspector?
I'm glad that it's getting positive reviews. Like even if it was getting negative reviews, I would still see it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter to me. I'm happy that like everyone's liking it and like that it's a fun movie, but I have a slight problem with what some of them are saying because they're saying it's DC's most joyful movie, whatever, fun. But they said that with Wonder Woman too. So I'm they're kind of sending a bit of mixed messages.
I think they mean like,
but I know, but it's kind of the same thing with Marvel movies where they kind of just like, and I'm not comparing this to Marvel movies. I'm just saying in their reactions, they kind of, whenever a new amazing Marvel movie comes out, they all say they're amazing, but you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
When a new Marvel movie comes out and they say it's amazing, they kind of ignore the previous ones and prop the new one up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying they're doing that with Shazam. I'm just saying that like it's kind of the same thing. Yeah. But I've been looking forward to this movie. I think it's going to be a good movie, and I heard there's an after credit scene, so I don't know if that gets more people excited or less people excited, but I saw a reaction that said stay after the credits, so I assume there's either a post credit scene or a mid credit scene or both. Probably just one. But I'm excited. I haven't gotten my tickets yet because I still have to ask for the Thursday off, so I'm waiting to get that because I don't want to get my tickets and not have that day off.
Yeah.
So.
Talade, what do you think about this positive reaction?
Positive reaction to Shazam, I think it's great. I think that there'll be more positive reactions on on various websites, and I think the audience will like it. once it's released. Of course, we still gotta wait a full month, which still sucks for me because I can't wait a month. So, like, but yeah, I think if the critics are if they're liking the movie, then I think the fans will.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good time.
And one other thing, I still think it'll make more money than Captain Marvel.
We'll get to Captain Marvel soon, the box office and something else. But we're gonna go to Aladdin. I had some slander for Aladdin. First trailer, not first trailer. Okay, what is it? Teaser, then another teaser.
The trailer one.
So they had three things. All right, whatever the teaser, the one with we see Genie. CGI looked bad. We didn't hear anything from the main cast besides Jafar. Jafar sounded awful. Saw the trailer. Environment, like, setting looks beautiful. It has some gorgeous shots. It has its flavor, like, like its identity. Like the shots are like great. I don't know how I feel though about Aladdin and Jasmine yet. It's like I need to see more. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I don't know how to feel with them. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. Will Smith, I have no problem with in terms of acting, his ability in the film. I think it's good. He's not trying to be Robin Williams. Like, I know some people are trying to say, like, oh, no, he should do Robin Williams. They said from the get-go he's not trying to do Robin Williams. So, personally, it looks like, Genie being Genie, like, having a fun time. What else? Jafar sounds awful still. He doesn't sound intimidating. He doesn't sound menacing. I would not want to do anything he has to say. I would just be like, this man is like, I'm going to kill your family, and if you don't give me this lamp, and I'll be like, looking at this man and be like, okay. Not intimidated by him. I think the trail. They also showed a poster. I think the poster is good. I think it's really good. It's like it has flavor. Like I see it now. I think it's a good poster. Really, it's a solid trailer. That's what I have to say. I know everyone's overjoyed for it. I just don't know how to feel about Aladdin and Jasmine so far. That's just me though. Don't kill me, Disney fanboys. Don't kill me. Jigga, did you see the Aladdin trailer?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's still a no for me, bro. Like, I'm not liking it.
Yeah, I understand. What about you, Inspector? Did you see the new Aladdin trailer?
I saw like the beginning of it, but I didn't see the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get the criticisms people have towards it, but what I saw of the trailer, I didn't think it looked that bad. I know like Guy Ritchie gets a bad rap as a director. Like he has a style, and his style isn't really for everyone. Like I haven't really been big into his movies. Like Sherlock Holmes was okay. I haven't seen Snatcher, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. I haven't seen those movies, so.
Are you? I would ask the question. Are you surprised from the last trailer to this trailer? I guess everyone doing a 180 though, because I don't like before they got a lot of dislikes.
Yeah.
On trailer.
I mean, that kind of just shows how hypocritical some people are.
Mm-hmm.
They judge stuff before they see it fully.
Mm-hmm. Personally, I still don't know how to feel about the film. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm a big Aladdin fan. Like, I was never super hyped for this movie. Like, I liked the teaser trailer, but like, on none of the trailers have really grabbed me. Granted, most trailers don't grab me nowadays as they did when I was young, but I'm probably still gonna see it, probably with my mom.
Yeah.
But This is gonna be a good movie to see with my mom because she also likes Aladdin. So
Yeah, I feel. What do you think, Claudia, about the Aladdin trailer?
I'm not a big fan, to be honest with you.
The trailer?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the trailer they showed. Like, yeah, they got the songs, that I didn't mind, but it was just more along the lines of, of Disney really, you know, really not knocking out the park this time. They really should have showed trailer 1 by now at least.
you,
Well, this is the trailer one, I guess. Like, this is the official trailer.
but I got a question. Have they confirmed that there's going to be songs in the movie, or is it just going to be like orchestral?
No, they were
singing.
There was singing in it.
Yeah. They're going to be singing in it. Okay.
There are some like renditions or orchestral like playing, like when Aladdin
remakes of the original.
Did a different rendition of it.
Mm-hmm.
When you like Aladdin's like stealing something. Like I forgot that song being played.
One Jump Ahead. Yeah. I know all the songs in Aladdin. So.
Because they're not like he wasn't singing; he was just running, and they played like a different rendition of when he's running.
Yeah, and then they sing the whole new world, and
they definitely, they did sing that. See, I just don't know how I feel about the chemistry between the main lead.
I mean, it's kind of hard to tell chemistry from a trailer.
That's what I'm saying.
You have to see the movie. Like I think Naomi Scott looks good as Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Naomi Scott is like also really pretty, so I think she fits the role as Jasmine. And I get people wanted like a Middle Eastern actress, but whatever.
That's the whole problem. Is like when people say that, it's like, do you want that, or do you want the best person for the job? It's like,
yeah,
you can't.
It's like they got like a actor of Middle Eastern descent to play Aladdin, but like I don't think. Like when it comes to like whitewashing and stuff, like I get when people get mad about it, but even Aladdin in the animated movie, he was really like light skinned, and he was voiced by a white person, so he was voiced like the weird thing about Aladdin is that in the movie they had an actor for the speaking role and they had a different actor for the singing.
Yeah.
So. It's going to be interesting to hear. I mean, of course, it's different since it's live action and not animated. But it's going to be interesting to hear their voices. Did you say they sang in the trailer?
Yeah,
they did sing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I think even Will Smith did. Will Smith sing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did.
Well, at least they sang "A Whole New World," which is my favorite Disney song. So. I love that song.
All right. I think we're done with that. Do got people. I have to bring some sad news to some people. Russo Brothers will be doing a new movie, and it's not going to be a Marvel movie. So, Spider-Man actor Tom Holland is in talks to star in the Russo Brothers' upcoming non-Marvel film, Cherry. I don't know why they got to say non-Marvel film, Cherry. So, as per Variety, Joe and Anthony Russo will direct the film using a script from Jessica Goldberg, best known for creating the Hulu series The Path. Russo Brothers production company AGBO acquired the rights to Nico Walker's novel Cherry last August and reportedly plans to shoot this summer. Cherry's plot revolves around Walker's own life. When he dropped out of college, served as an army medic in Iraq, returned home after receiving several medals and commendations, and suffered from severe PTSD and became addicted to opioids. Oh, geez. To fund his heroin addiction, he robbed 11 Cleveland banks in 4 months, was arrested, and given an 11-year prison sentence, during which time he wrote his highly praised book. Walker is scheduled to be released from prison in November 2020. Oh, wow. I didn't even know that actually happened. Wow. Man did all that and funded his own book. That's crazy. Well, that's crazy. Anthony and Joe want to make a film about the book, about that person's about Walker's life, I guess, from the book. That's crazy. That's going to be a dark movie. probably darker than Joe and Anthony has ever made in terms of movies, because they have made movies before Marvel, but they were never like that. So it's interesting having Tom Holland star in it. I don't know if he's going to be the main lead. I'm guessing he is.
Yeah, the way they making it sound, yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna probably also be Tom Holland's, like, I guess, darkest role he'll have to undertake as well, which is gonna be interesting.
That would be difficult. I can't see. I don't know.
Yeah, but personally, it's gonna be interesting. That I do have faith in Anthony Joe to make a good film out of that. It's gonna be interesting. So, but I guess, Jigga, what do you think about that? Joe and Anthony Russo, directors of Winter Soldier / Civil War / Infinity War and Endgame, them doing this type of film.
I feel like they can do it. I mean, if you look at Winter Soldier, it's like I see how they could make that a good movie. So yeah. But I don't know anything about them other than like the Marvel movies they made. So it's like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's different from when you got like a Marvel budget to like a normal movie budget. So it's like,
yeah,
about to see.
Inspector, what do you think about this? About them doing Cherry and having Tom Holland possibly star?
Interesting. I didn't really know this story before, so as you said, it sounds like a really dark story.
Yeah, it's supposed to be real, based on Walker's own book.
Mm.
Still can't believe 11 banks in 4 months. And given an 11-year prison sentence. That's crazy. But he was an army medic in Iraq, so that's crazy. PTSD, being addicted. That's going to be hard for you. Think Tom Holland's going to be able to pull that off, Inspector?
I don't know. Maybe.
I can't see it though, because he's like a happy-go-lucky person, so I can't see him robbing banks, bro.
We'll see. Hopefully they pick the right guy.
I wish he would come to me with a gun, telling me he gonna rob my bank. I'll slap the gun out his hand.
Oh man, but the man was a army medic, man.
I mean, I'm talking about Tom Holland, dog. Like, bro, don't get out of here.
Oh, he's gonna have to get big for the role.
I mean, I feel like he's already been like bulking up a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, he bulks up for his Spider-Man roles.
Yeah, I mean, you seen them cheeks, dog.
Oh man, here we go.
Here we go. We're gonna be talking about the butt cheeks.
Hey man, who knows?
What's the guy's name that's based off of again?
Wait. Walker.
Oh, what's his first name?
That's what.
Oh, just Walker.
Yeah, just say who is the author in Cherry. Nico Walker. Sorry, Nico Walker. I found it. Nico Walker. Yeah, it's based on a person, like his legit story. He made a novel about it, so. That's crazy, but that's gonna be interesting for them. I know some people are mad that they're not making another Marvel movie. I mean, they've been saying this from the get-go, that from this like legit like money from Marvel / Disney, that they were gonna make their own production company and make other movies. It is what it is. So, next story. Marvel reportedly is to produce What If series for Disney Plus. So, Marvel is reportedly set to produce an animated series based on the popular What If comics for the upcoming Disney streaming service. Reported by /film. The What If comics are essentially theoretical stories that are created as fun fan service issues that had no bearing on any Marvel canon continuity, and the Disney Plus series will reportedly operate the same way. So, it's basically What Ifs. I could care less about that. It is what it is for me. Like, it's just like one-offs. Is like, what if this happened? What if that happened? what if Loki found, Thor's hammer? It's like all that stuff. It's like, I'm good. Well, this is me. What do you think about this, Jigga?
Yeah, I guess it kind of fits into the comic book like alternate universe stuff. So it's like I'm okay with it. I would like to see it.
Yeah, I mean, they made the What If books before. It's like, what if this happened? That's the first issue of Loki found Thor's hammer. Issue 2, what if Doctor Doom became Iron Man? It's like that type of stuff. It's like short animated things.
That could be fun, like to watch. So
Maybe.
I'm not gonna put it down unless I start see something. But okay, that looks butt. Get out of here.
What do you think about this, Inspector?
I'm kind of with you right here. I'm kind of just in the middle.
Yeah.
It doesn't really interest me that much.
Exactly. What about you, Talai? What do you think about the What Ifs animated show that they're trying to do?
Not interested.
Not interested?
Y'all some haters.
I feel it. I was like, what if Spider-Man lost his parents? Or not lost. What if Spider-Man became the Punisher? That's a legit thing. And Spider-Man has the armor of a Punisher and like shoots guns and everything.
I know where you're going with this. I'm just.
No. I was saying like to explain it more.
But the problem is with most what ifs is that like they're not good.
Oh no, I agree.
Because what Marvel did with like what if is that it was basically, oh, we have this new up and coming writer and artist. Let's just throw them on this throwaway book to see how they do.
Mm-hmm.
That it's basically like a testing ground for like a new writer and artist. And like there are some popular what ifs, like some of the early what ifs are popular, and like some of the ones from the early 2000s are popular, and they just relaunched them. But the problem with these current what ifs is that like the problem I have with what ifs is that they are completely predicated on the story that they are based on. Like what if Age of Ultron, like this specific event, what if this specific event from Age of Ultron happened, like the book happened this way instead of that way, so it's skewed a bit, or like it's kind of like just a cheap way to tell another story. And so without like prior knowledge of those stories, these what ifs are just like pitches for like Elseworlds books. Like that's the problem with the current crop of what ifs that just came out, is that like they weren't even what ifs. They were just like, oh, this is a cool pitch for a book. What if this happened? And there's like no connection to previous stories. And that's why I like DC Elseworlds better, because they're more fully formed instead of just like, oh, what if this happened? Like Red Sun, like even like with things like Red Sun or things like Dark Knight Returns, or even though I'm not a big fan of Dark Knight Returns, and that's not really an Elseworlds work, like Gotham by Gaslight is a better example, or Justice League the Nail, which is one that I just finished, which was really good. Like, those are all like really good stories, and they have like depth to them because they're like miniseries or like graphic novels. These are just like regular sized comics.
Yeah.
So whatever.
All right. So Apple is expected to reveal new TV streaming service details at March event. The March event is March 25th, 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. This is what has to be said here. Apple is officially holding an event later this month where many expect the tech giant to reveal new details on its upcoming TV streaming service. Reported by The Verge, Apple sent out an announcement revealing it will hold a press event on March 25th at 10 a.m. Pacific time at the Steve Jobs Theater in Cupertino, California. The announcement was accompanied by a brief countdown GIF, which simply ends with the Apple logo, and the tagline is "Showtime." There you go. Like that's pretty much right in your face that they're doing the TV streaming service that's heavily rumored / leaked. Apple notably used this tagline at a 2006 event where it revealed the iTV, renamed Apple TV, and announced it would begin offering movies on iTunes. As reported by CNBC, the service will offer iPhone and iPad owners access to free original shows, along with the option to sign up for the other streaming service like Stars and Showtime, though it will likely be available outside of the iOS as well. It reportedly won't include Netflix or Hulu, and is expected to launch as soon as April or May. Reveals, including new iPad models, updated AirPods, may also make the event. Beyond details on this TV streaming service, which will allegedly attempt to rival Netflix, Amazon, Hulu with its original programming, the company is expected to announce its Apple News service, which will reportedly bundle paid-for magazines and subscription newspaper stories in a convenient package. Per the Wall Street Journal, publishers are allegedly resistant to this Netflix for News service, as Apple intends to keep 50% of its revenue. So, what do I think about Apple creating the streaming service? Man, oh man. I will say this. They create a lot of good TV shows. I will subscribe. But if they don't, I will not subscribe. That's like, really, I have to say there. But we are seeing everyone try and do their own streaming service app. We got Netflix. We got Hulu. We have Amazon, we have DC Universe, we have WB having their own app coming out. We have Disney Plus. It's like this and HBO now. That's a lot of money. That is straight up right there. If you total all that to cable you're paying for.
Yep.
That's insane. It's like it was fine when we had Amazon, Hulu, and Netflix, I feel. But now we're having all these people. It's just like, gosh dang, dude. So many. It's too much. But that's really what I gotta say. Personally, I could care less about the news thing. I can read news / on the internet.
Online. Yeah.
I don't need to subscribe to a journal.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you, man. So,
but Jacob, what do you think about Apple TV streaming service that they're trying to create to rival Netflix, Hulu, Amazon?
Yeah, I'm good. It's too many services. It's like, where do you think people get all this money from, man?
Yeah, what they're trying to do is become like Netflix and have all these shows and where everyone gravitates towards. They're trying to steal people, I feel. That's kind of the case in point I think they're trying to do. But it's hard to beat a Netflix when Netflix has so much original content there. And
but even if you saying that, like, most of the content is like you may like it, but it's not for everybody, bro. It's a lot of it,
there's some people that don't like it. My thing is, it has different genres, right? You got anime there, which they're heavily investing in anime. You got the shows like Narcos. What else were they doing? So, like some other shows, Kingdom, Bodyguard, Mindhunters, etc. Like those are like the really like good shows and stuff like that. And then you got the animated like Castlevania, Dragon Prince, and Devil May Cry is supposed to be the next one doing the treatment, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like they're putting it out. Triple Frontier just came out too. It's like Netflix is there, and the Umbrella Academy as well. That was really good. So it's like, I guess it depends on your taste, but they're trying to invest in a lot of those shows and stuff and movies. And I think there's supposed to be a anthology of shorts that's supposed to be coming on Netflix in a week or two, and it's like getting really, really good reviews as well. I don't know what's called. It's by Tim Miller. I think it's Tim Miller or whoever directed the first Deadpool movie. I think it might have been Miller. I don't know. But yeah, like that's supposed to be really good as well. I could be completely wrong. But I guess, Inspector, what do you think about Amazon trying to do a streaming service?
Don't they already have a streaming service with Prime?
No, Apple.
Oh, Apple. You said Amazon. My bad.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, did I say Amazon?
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah.
You flubbed it. But I'm kind of with Jigga here. It's just it's like it's just too many services, and like I'm fine with my Amazon and my DC Universe. I don't need another streaming service.
I feel.
I'm just not like I'm just not interested in their shows or whatever they have.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Talati? What do you think about this?
Inspector's already taken my saying, so I got nothing to add.
Nothing to add. All right. I feel.
I would say they're gonna have to start like. I know they want to do their own thing, but some will have to start making like package deals or something.
Yeah.
I know they're not gonna do that, but like, it's just too much, bro.
So, Disney Plus streaming service will include entire Disney motion picture library. So it's like, you know, your Hercules, like basically any Disney movie in the like 90s, 80s, Tarzan, Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Fox and the Hound. By the way, if you guys haven't watched already, go watch Fox and the Hound if you have. The first one's really good. The other one's trash. Mulan, like Little Mermaid, like that'll all be on there, which they should. Like that's to be expected. Like they need to have those films on there when this is coming, like their streaming service coming out. It's a no-brainer. But I guess, what do you think about this, Jigga? Them having their movies like those motion movies.
But I'm okay with it. It's like I don't see me ever going to watch that stuff because like that's all in the past. Like I'm past that stuff. But I mean, it's you never getting mad when you getting like they say it's better to have something and not use it than want to use it and not have it. So yeah.
What about you, Inspector? What do you think about them putting the Disney Motion Picture Library in the Disney Plus streaming service?
Yeah, it's to be expected.
Yeah. I do think if they didn't do that, they would get a lot of backlash for that. I feel. Yeah, what do you think about this, Claudia?
Blank.
And putting Disney putting their motion picture library into the streaming service.
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll make sense, so people can watch it on the go. Agreed.
So, Game of Thrones Season 8 episode runtimes reportedly revealed. So, I'm going to go through it. I guess it's going to be me and Jigga conversation because these people, I've been begging them, screaming, pleading for them to watch the show, but they haven't.
What show?
Game of Thrones.
No, man, spooky.
Not happening.
Not happening. Oh, my gosh. This man.
I'm
on my knees right now. Not really, but, you know, metaphorically speaking.
Oh, man. But, yeah.
But let's go into the runtime.
Yeah.
Season 8, Episode 1. 54 minutes. Episode 2, 58 minutes. Episode 3, 60 minutes. Episode 4, 78 minutes. Episode 5, 80 minutes. Episode 6, 80 minutes. This was, I believe, revealed, been released by HBO through their unique URLs. Thank you, HBO. Your unique URLs have told us how long each episode is. But personally, I wish they were longer. That's just me, though. I would have enjoyed it if it was longer. I was expecting more, like 100 minutes. That's what I wanted.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be longer, but
I'll just say, if it's good minutes, I'm happy. I hope it's not rushed. That's all I gotta say there. Because they got a lot to do. Like, close everything out. Close all the plot lines, all the subplots, and give these, like, fitting conclusions. You know? It's gonna be a tough task, to be completely honest. And then we got one more Game of Thrones thing to talk about. George R.R. Martin. I love this man, but man, oh man. He confirmed that the Game of Thrones final books will have important discrepancies from season 8. Which makes sense because there's different plot lines that are in the books. Like was it gosh dang it, because I need to read some, but I didn't get to finish reading most of them. Like Lady Stoneheart, like she's on the show. But do you know who Lady Stoneheart is?
I do not.
Dang, so she's like a resurrected, like Rob's mother that is like resurrected.
Oh.
But she can't talk because they slit her throat.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of like how I forgot what their name is in the show. The guys with the flaming banners and stuff like that. That the guy gets resurrected each time, gets brought back. He has a flaming sword.
Yeah, bro, I'm blanking.
I think it's like the Brother of Arms, no? Something like that. But yeah. I guess, Jig, are you surprised that the book's going to have major discrepancies with the season 8 show?
No. I mean, even so far, isn't like the discrepancies between like the show and the books like really different? Like,
yeah, it's like there's even another main character that has never been introduced that might be another son of Rhaegar.
It's like he has to give people reason to buy the books.
Yeah. Will those books come out soon? Or ever be done? That's the whole issue.
They'll be done by the time you're like 80.
He's gonna be gone by when I'm 80. Oh man.
Well, see, then by the time his kids will be writing the books, so then there you go.
That gets me heated, but Maleficent 2. I haven't watched Maleficent 1, but it's happening. It gets a new title, poster, and release date. And this is a interesting title. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. The sequel to 2014's Maleficent has received a new poster and a fresh release date. Revealed by Disney, Mistress of Evil will hit theaters on October 18th, 2019. And yeah, it just shows like a side shot of Angelina Jolie, with like camera shot of her. And that's about it, really, to be completely honest. And you got the Angelina Jolie, Disney, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, October. So yeah, are we shocked that Maleficent's getting another movie, Jigga?
I have no comments. I don't even know what that movie is.
I feel that.
I mean, I know what it is, like the character, but it's like I didn't watch the movie, so
I haven't even watched the first one, so I'm in the same boat as you.
And we spooky.
What about you, Inspector? Are you surprised that Maleficent's getting a sequel?
I mean, we looked this up earlier before the stream, and just by how much it made, which is 750 million. I'm not surprised that worldwide. I'm not surprised that it's getting a sequel. I didn't see it. I didn't see any of the Disney live action movies until I think Jungle Book. I think Jungle Book was the first one that I saw.
Sorry.
So I'm not really interested.
No.
I heard Maleficent was like not the best. I heard Angelina Jolie was fine. I think her British accent is pretty good. I mean, she's not. Of course, she's American, so she's American doing a British accent, and usually Americans don't do well with those type of accents, except if you're like Meryl Streep. So I don't know. I'm way more interested in like other ones, like other Disney live action movies, like The Lion King, or that's not really live action, but you get what I mean. Like The Lion, all these like new remakes coming out, Mulan, Hunchback. I'm looking forward to Hunchback of Notre Dame and Lion King.
Yeah.
So.
All right. I feel that I can't wait for Lion King. It's gonna be nice. All right.
We hope.
Listen.
We won't let you down.
Yeah,
Jon Favreau, my man, the myth, the legend, made an amazing Iron Man movie. We don't talk about Iron Man 2 because that's studio interference. And Jungle Book, amazing movie. The man will make sure that The Lion King is going to be great.
Oh man, like I said, you hope.
Oh man, but got another tidbit of news. Titans has casted Deathstroke for season 2. We don't know when season 2 is going to be in the DC Universe streaming app. They haven't really started filming. We've gotten castings now for like Superboy, and now we have one for Deathstroke. Don't know how Deathstroke's really going to fit into it because season 1, like, I just don't understand that, because it's like season 1 is like, I feel like they're going to just continue doing Trigon, but how would Deathstroke really be a part of that? It's beyond me. But reported by Deadline, Slade Wilson, a.k.a. Deathstroke, was introduced the new Titans number 2 in 1980, has since become a fan favorite villain, arch enemy to Dick Grayson, Teen Titans as a whole. And so the person that is playing him is, oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher his first name. Isai Morales? Or Isai Morales? Something like that. I don't know.
His name.
But yeah, I don't know how I feel. I never seen him in any like actual like TVs or movies. Supposedly fairly legal. Never seen that show either. So it's like, I don't know how to feel about the casting choice. I just don't know. But I guess does anyone have anything to say about the casting choice for Deathstroke?
Nope. I still haven't watched the first season.
Don't know the guy.
No
opinion.
No opinion.
I feel that. Really do. All right. I can't say anything either. I don't know the guy. But hopefully he's good. I mean,
sorry, my voice.
Oh, okay. So we have to now talk about some interesting stuff. Captain Marvel opening weekend box office results. And we got a lot to talk about. We're talking about the box office results. We're talking about the Sunday to Monday drop-off percentage. And then we're going to...
You really hating, dog?
No. And then there's a Deadline article we're talking about. And then we give our review for the film. And then spoiler review as well. So Captain Marvel opening weekend box office results. So film star Brie Larson in her role earned an estimated $153 million domestically, an additional $302 million internationally, for a worldwide total of $455 million. And I believe now they're at 500 because of Sunday/Monday. Yeah, Sunday and Monday. I guess we'll talk this tidbit And well, first I do want to say, to preface this, because I did look at box office numbers for all the MCU films, and very interesting thing to note is none of the other MCU movies ever had this amount of I guess you could say push. And what I mean by push is Disney having all the theaters playing this movie in the actual theaters, like available screenings, as well as it being everywhere. And what I mean by everywhere, even day and date, China was also showing the film, which we've seen in a lot of the MCU movies that China is never day and date, usually 2 weeks or even a month at that time frame. So they're it's interesting that they're having everyone at a like equal level playing field. So this seems like, hey, if somebody says something, negative, then somebody won't be able to, see the movie. Hey, maybe that's my slander, but hey, that's also a possibility. Who knows why they did that? They've never done that. I don't know if Endgame's going to be the same thing, or maybe because they want people seeing this film because of Endgame. I don't know. I don't know why Disney did this type of release this way. But I guess, Jiga, what is the numbers and why do you think they did all the countries like day and date then, rather than not even Black Panther or Infinity War was like that?
Look, all I'm trying to figure out is why you hate this movie so much.
And here we go.
You find in every way you can to damage control. Like,
it's not damage control.
They did this and this and this just to get this movie. They're like, oh man, you hating.
I'm not. It's legit facts though.
You hating, bro.
Damage control, just
the
facts.
movie was successful. Just face it.
Actually, we're gonna get into that too because there's a Deadline article about that.
Oh man, now you can try to say the movie not successful.
We'll see, but
why
do you think they did that though?
Probably because people was, I don't know, wasn't there like a negative? Maybe they saw like her comments were trying to get as many people as they can to watch the movie because they know it's a okay movie. So like, just get people to watch it, and hopefully they ignore her. Like whatever comments, however people felt about her comments or whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of Endgame. I don't know if it's because negative comments or they didn't want people talking to one another. Who knows what Disney, why it got that big of a push. None of the films have ever done that. Even like the biggest, which was Infinity War, never got that type of push like that. Which is interesting. Inspector, what do you think about, I guess, the box office and it being on legit, like being at every country and having all those screens as well? Besides Japan. Japan has not come out yet for that movie.
I mean, it's good for the movie. But the one thing I'm really dreading about this is that there was nonstop comparisons to Wonder Woman when in the lead up to the movie, and now once it beats Wonder Woman and gets $1 billion, the flame wars are going to start again. So I'm not looking forward to that.
Maybe, or maybe not.
Oh yes, they are. You know how?
No. I was talking about the $1 billion thing.
I know. It might not get that.
Yeah, I don't think it will. Because we'll talk more about it in a bit. I highly doubt it will. Personally, what I'll say on that front,
I don't think it's gonna make $1 billion, but a lot of people are saying it's gonna make $1 billion. So that was
outlets are hyping that up.
That was just a hypothetical. That's why I said eventually, if it makes.
Well, there's a lot of freaking outlets are saying it's gonna it's gonna make $1 billion. It's gonna make $1 billion. I don't know why they keep saying that. Yeah, me.
It's gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah, but do you know why it's getting this push, Inspector? Having all the screenings like Disney is allowing, as well as like being at China day and date.
It's really interesting because when it comes to Marvel, I'm used to them like slowly rolling out
in different
their movies. So it's interesting. I guess it's just because it's a female-led movie, so they're trying to get as many people to watch it at the same time.
Or they want to have those big numbers because maybe there's going to be a big drop off, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, like I don't know about the drop off thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people pay attention to drop offs, but like when it comes like domestic is just one part of the equation. Worldwide is also really important. So just like it's already made 260 something. Like it made like 253 million.
Yeah.
Opening weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So of course there's going to be a big drop off. Like there's going to be more than a 50% drop off. It's not going to make $200 million in a second weekend.
Yeah.
But like I don't even know if it's going to stay over 100 million. Probably maybe 120 million. I don't know. But that's still like a 60% drop.
Yeah.
And that's like a normal drop for a like when it comes to like superhero movies, a normal drop is between like 55 and 65%.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Woman and Aquaman are kind of like, and Avengers are kind of like, and Black Panther. Like all of last year's movies were kind of like weird because they had really low drop offs.
Yeah.
Like Wonder Woman was 2017, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But because Wonder Woman, and it also helped that Wonder Woman didn't really have that much competition. And Aquaman had a lot of competition, but like, because Wonder Woman, its drop offs were like in the 40s. Same thing with Aquaman, and same thing with Avengers. So,
yeah.
But if you look at Batman v Superman, that had like a 70% drop off.
Yeah.
If you look at Civil War, that had like a 68% drop off. So, and those still made a lot of money. So,
yeah.
Like when it comes to drop offs, I don't really put much stake in drop offs because you could have a big drop off and still make a lot of money.
Yep.
So
what about you, Talaji? What do you think?
With the Captain Marvel's
box office and why it had as many screenings and as many.
It's simply because they're trying to do what Wonder Woman did in 2017. Me personally, I don't think it's worked in their favor. To be fairly honest, because the whole negativity that's happened with the press, and then you've got other things alongside that don't really make sense within the movie. Like, it's been a week since it's come out now, hasn't it? Nearly a week. So I can literally say that even watching that movie.
Wait. We'll talk about in the review about watching the movie and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But like in terms of like sales and stuff, I don't think it'll make $1 billion, hands down. I said this before, and I'll say it now. I know DMV fans are gonna hate this for me saying this. The fact is, it still won't make $1 billion, and I put my money on it.
All right. Yeah.
How much money has it made so far?
About 500 mil, or like around. I think it's more than 500 million or something like that.
It's not gonna make more than that, is it? Like it'll be a while before because Avengers Endgame comes out in less than a month. Well, in a month's time, and you also got a thing coming out as well, Shazam. So even though that period of break, like you've got Shazam, doing well.
But a month is a big gap, so it's gonna make a lot of money in that gap.
I don't know. I don't know.
Like, usually when it comes to these movies, most of their box office is front loaded, so they're gonna get most of their money in the first 2 or 3 weeks in the box office run. Like it's already made 524 million worldwide, and domestically it's made 179 million. So
we'll have to wait and see when the time comes.
Yeah, give me a sec. All right, here we go. All right, so now, gosh dang. So this is for Monday's box office. Numbers are in for Captain Marvel's Monday box office, and is expected following all the hardcore MCU fans showing over the week. Numbers have dropped substantially, even more than Batman v Superman. While it is only one day, Captain Marvel's estimated to have only brought in only $11 million on Monday. It dropped from Sunday of around 71.6%. That the official estimate is $10,986,773. Batman v Superman only dropped 55% for his first Monday. 71.6% Monday drop for Captain Marvel is comparable to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which saw a 74.8% drop for his first Monday, yet the James Gunn flick still went on to make $863 million worldwide. Drop is also comparable to 2012's Hunger Games, which dropped 69% on its first Monday, but did also go on to make about $700 million. Comparing Captain Marvel's opening Monday to flicks that had similar weekend opening numbers, offers a different take. Rogue One, 53.3%, Dark Knight, 43.8%, Hunger Games Catching Fire at 64.3%. It's also previously made known that Captain Marvel saw a significant drop in China from Saturday to Sunday, which was more than the norm in China. So there's that. So Captain Marvel is now waning in China, as well as on the domestic. We saw from Monday box office that there's a big drop. Bigger than the Batman v Superman drop, and is comparable to Guardians of the Galaxies. From this type of news, I'm seeing that this movie is not going to make $1 billion. And there's some weird, more weird news, I guess, as well, which I find surprising. Which I'm like, I really hope this is not true for Captain Marvel. But this is on Deadline. And it said that Nancy reported that Captain Marvel shot past $500 million worldwide yesterday. Disney says it's up to worldwide is up to $524 million. One film finance source believes that it's pretty much certain that Captain Marvel will see $1 billion around the world and break the glass ceiling for female-led picks at the global box office, dashing past Wonder Woman's final global of $821.8 million. Domestic will be at $400 million. Captain Marvel will pass break even in the theatrical window by the end of the week with $750 million worldwide. That I don't understand, because it's saying Captain Marvel will pass break even. So
they're saying it will pass the break even point within the week.
So 700, so it hasn't broken even yet.
I don't know how much it cost.
That's crazy. It's 520 something mil right now. It's not broken even yet.
Yeah, I don't know. The CG in that movie was a lot, though.
The production budget isn't listed on Box Office Mojo. It's probably made back its money already. I don't know why they were saying, "Oh, it's gonna pass break even." It's probably already passed. It's probably already broken even.
That's weird.
It's probably not even over $150 million production budget.
That's weird. For whoever Nancy is saying that, if it's that point, that's too much for a movie. I think in terms of budgets and stuff like that, but this is what Deadline's reporting and stuff. So. Yeah, that's big yikes. Personally, I guess we quickly say if it's that much money that it needs to break even, that's crazy. If that's true, not saying if it is true. Deadline reported it, but that's insane. That's insane. Say the least. Personally, like I said it before, I said again, I don't think it's gonna get $1 billion. Because the drop off is high. from like the Sunday to Monday, and China going from what's it, Saturday to Sunday? Yeah, that's dropping off. And China usually they like to do repeat viewings, so it's a little crazy because like they're big into like even Transformers, and Transformers was really big in China, and they get really a big drop off like that. But I guess, Jacob, what's your whole stance on, I guess, the big drop off for Sunday to Monday, and this big number for them trying to break even? You think that's true about them trying to break even?
It can't be that they just not breaking even at like 500 million. I can't see that being.
Oh no, they're not even saying that they broke even at 500. They're saying this week that they're gonna break even by the end of the week with 750 million.
I still can't see that, bro. So I can't see that movie make it. I don't know, but the CG was nice in that movie, so I don't know. It's spooky.
I guess.
Still, yeah, no, because I don't think what's this CG heavy movie?
Infinity
like Infinity War. Infinity War. How much would that cost?
That one, I think that was the highest like made movie to like create. I think.
Yeah, and then you got to think that had all the people in it, so it's like, yeah, it couldn't have been that much.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was like a typo or something.
Or maybe was it to, I don't know, maybe it's also like getting the theaters to do all that too. You never know. To have all the like countries have a day and date. Might be that case too. Who knows? But Inspector, what do you think about this whole thing? I guess the drop off thing, as well as the China drop off, breaking even thing, deadlines reporting.
I mean, it's interesting. Again, I don't really put that much stock in these drop offs. Like again, comparing Sundays to Mondays, it's like, of course, it'll make less money on. What I don't get is that they were comparing movies that came out in the summer to movies that now. So there's less, and this season, of course, there's going to be less people going to the theaters because they're in school. So 3/4 of the people that would see these movies are in school, so they wouldn't see them on weekdays. So of course, there's going to be less people going to the movies, and even if it's like a $10 million haul, if it continues that during the week, if it goes from Monday to Thursday and $10 million each, that's $40 million. So that's still a lot of money. So as if the, like, when it comes to the $1 billion thing, I'm not gonna take it out of the equation that I might make $1 billion. I'm not saying it will, but I'm not taking, it's within the realm of possibility that it will make $1 billion. But
I think the reason why I say no, and this I guess we'll go more into the review. I don't think the film had replayability, like rewatchability, after the first sitting.
I didn't think so either, but a lot of people, it's connecting with a lot of people. So
I guess. What about you, Slider? What do you think about everything? I guess Sunday to Monday drop off, and them having to from deadline reporting, them having to break even with 750 mil.
I think Inspector said what I had to say.
All right.
To be honest. So.
All right. I guess now we're gonna go into our Captain Marvel reviews. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna review give you my brief review. Gonna go with like the actual like aspects of the film in terms of acting, soundtrack, characters, as well as story. And this is gonna be spoiler-free section. I'm not gonna say when I'm gonna address the story. I'm gonna say very brief if I thought the story was bland or something like that. and cinematography, of course, and pacing. Right. All right. So I'll go with, I guess, cinematography. I'm a big sucker for cinematography. I love. I like when shots are perfectly angled. I like when you see the draw distances of like the shots, long shots, close-up shots. When it's set it right, and the lighting as well. And I felt, and cinematography also gives an identity to a film as well, with maneuvers being, used for filming. And I felt when watching this film was probably the blandest cinematography I felt I've seen in the MCU besides Thor: The Dark World. I thought that also had bland cinematography, and I also thought Ant-Man had bland cinematography as well. And I felt this one had like no real identity when it came to that. I didn't go like, wow, the shot was gorgeous. Like this like scene was set up very perfectly. I didn't feel like that happened at all for me. And that's really what I gotta say on the cinematography side of things. Soundtrack, very it's your typical MCU soundtrack. Soundtrack wasn't that good. I think the only good like soundtrack I think for me was like Winter Soldier / Infinity War, and like I think it's more known to like with Thanos and stuff like that when it came to Infinity War. But I thought the soundtrack was bland. It wasn't memorable. I can't go like, oh man, that's a Captain Marvel theme right there. That was that. For a soundtrack, I guess I can go with characters. I enjoyed Jude Law's character. Thought he was good. Ronan the Accuser, trash. He was trash in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's still trash now. I'll leave Captain Marvel for last. Samuel L. Jackson for Nick Fury. I didn't like how he was handled in the film. That's just me. I felt like he was very watered down. That's just me. I guess that's a personal preference of mine. I didn't like how they kind of made him act like in the film. Agent Coulson was decent. Ben Mendelsohn, I thought his character was great. To be completely honest, I think he was the best character. Goose the Cat Man. Everyone was talking about him. Her. The cat was fine. What else? Characters can I talk about? Can I talk about the mysterious character? She was fine. Because this is spoiler free, I won't say who she was. She was fine. I don't care what they did with her. I thought she was fine. I didn't care for Carol's friend. She, I don't know. I just didn't connect with her. Talk about Captain Marvel. For me, Captain Marvel is the character where I'm like, I need to relate to a character. I need to see the struggle of the character. I need to see the growth of a character. When we had characters like Thor, like in the first movie, right? Even though I didn't really care for the movie, it had character growth. Thor was a man that was very arrogant in the beginning of the film. And throughout the film, he was banished, he was punished, and he had to overcome his arrogance and become humble. That is like conflict within himself. For me, Captain Marvel had no such conflict. There was no relatability for me. I could not connect with Captain Marvel as a character. I couldn't go like, oh man, I understood that. Like I could totally connect with you. There was no connection for me. That's not me just hating. It's just I had no connection with that character. Like Wonder Woman, I can connect with her because of the love she has with Steve Trevor. Like people have loved one another, and you could relate to that. there was nothing like that for me with Captain Marvel. Agent Coulson was decent. I'm not gonna go into story bits. I thought it was a decent story. The fight choreograph scenes, I forgot to mention that, was not that great. The biggest like action pack, I guess you can say, is in the trailer for me as well. I did not like. I think the best act for me was the first act. Pacing was all over the place for me. I thought the pacing was bad. What else? Yeah, I think I really went over it. It was, and this isn't even me going into like the agendas or whatnot. That's just me talking in a pure like film loving like perspective with me, like without trolling or anything like that. For me, like I want a good film from Captain Marvel? Yes, but is this one of the weakest Marvel films? Yeah, I would say so.
Nah, Thor 1.
I put that near Thor 1. That's what the funny thing part it was. But like I put it near Thor 1, but Thor 1 at least had character development and growth.
I feel like y'all hating.
I'm not. Like, prove me wrong, Jigga. With your review,
way better than Thor 1.
Was there character growth with Captain Marvel?
Yes.
What was the character growth with?
She went from being like a woman who didn't know who she was. She learned who she was, and
that's not character development, Jigga. That's
that's just plot.
That's plot, dude. It's not character development. That's what I was trying to get at. Like I knew you were gonna bring that up. That's legit the plot. It's like she needs to know her past. That doesn't tell it like she's the same as in the beginning. She just remembers the past. Like that's the whole issue. Like Tony Stark in the first movie, the man loved money, building weapons, and then he gets hurt, and then he sees what his weapons can do. And he has to overcome that with his genius and start realizing my weapons kill people. I need to take away the weapons and I need to start protecting people from what when my weapons are sold by terrorists and stuff like that. That is over character development. I saw no character development at all in this film.
This movie is still better than Thor. Facts.
I don't know. I think they're like. I feel like Thor might even slightly edge it. To be completely
no, because this movie is actually entertaining. Thor 1 was not entertaining at all.
I think even like the fight scenes are very comparable, and I don't know.
At least when it comes to Thor, like I'm not the biggest fan of Thor 1, but at least Kenneth Branagh brought like his style to that movie.
Yeah, like I can't tell you a style in this. That's why I said about the cinematography. I can't tell you a certain style to it. Like it was very bland, the shots, like the lighting, and like it didn't help when like there were some fight scenes like dark in like the first act where I'm just like, dude, I can't even tell which person is hitting which person right now. It's how dark it is. It's like those type of things. You gotta like keep like. Think about it like that. It's like also like I'm coming from like a pure like film like critic mind right there, and like I'm just like to me it just wasn't that great of a film, and I think it's like in the lower tier of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and that's not me trolling. That's me like being 100% serious right there. But to me, if I give this a film, I give it. A 5 out of 10 for me. This is spoil free though. I do want to say I completely forgot to mention in terms of acting, Samuel L. Jackson did a great job. Ben Mendelsohn did a great job. Jude Law did a great job. For me, Brie Larson, she didn't really. I don't know why, and she just didn't express that much emotions in the film. And to me, she's supposed to be the main lead, but all the supposed supporting, actors and actresses are carrying the film for me. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way when I watched it, but like, I don't know why she just didn't want to really express that much emotion. But that's just me. Jigga, you had the floor with your review of the film.
Okay. First of all, I kind of agree with the Samuel L. Jackson. Like, they made him more of a joke character than well, he's supposed to be like this ultimate badass dude, but it's like they made kind of weak, dog, and it's like I didn't like that. The cat, like it's I don't get the point of the cat. Like, they're just for like comedy purposes. Like, that's all. It could have been left out the movie, unless it's like a part of the story I don't know about. Like, the cat could have been left out. I'm trying to see. I like what character do I don't like? I can't think of a character where I was like, oh man, I really don't like that character.
What about Roland the Accuser?
I mean, I
don't remember who it is. I'm just
the thing with Ronan is that he had such a minor role in the movie.
Yeah,
I can't really, because he's just there. He's in like that little hologram thing, and he's at the end.
Yeah,
and it's just like whatever. And he's not really the villain in the movie. He's just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, sorry, Jigga. I'll let you finish your stuff.
Oh no, you can go ahead. Cause basically, I would give it like a 7.5. I went in there. I didn't really have high or low expectations. I just wanted to go in to see a good movie. I got what I wanted out of it, a good movie. There were points like I do agree the pacing was off because it's like she's just fighting with these people, and it's like, oh man, it
jumps around a lot. The film, I feel.
Yeah, it jumped around.
It's weird because like the first part of the movie where they're like hunting down the scrolls on that alien planet, like the first act and the last act are totally different from the second act, and it just doesn't cohere for me. Like I liked the first like action scene where they're hunting down Ben Mendelsohn on that planet.
Yeah,
I thought that was paced pretty well, but once they get into like the 90s nostalgia type thing, it's just like cheap joke after cheap joke kind of. Yeah. But my overall thoughts on the movie is that I find it really mediocre, kind of middle of the road, kind of like it's kind of where most of the Phase 2 Marvel movies go for me. Like I would put this like next to Ant-Man, maybe next to Doctor Strange. I know that's Phase 3. Like I'll put it next to like Ant-Man, probably like Thor and Doctor Strange. It's just there for me. Yeah. Like as you said, the pacing is all over the place. The acting is like it is pretty much held by the supporting characters. Like Nick Fury was really good, even though how he lost his eye we'll get into was really dumb.
Angry about that.
Yeah. Jude Law was fine. Even though you can definitely tell the twist coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
For his character. Like just through like across the board it was just average. Just like except for probably Ben Mendelsohn, which I think was the best in the movie. Because I think he had like the best lines, he had the best scenes. And his character was the one that I think got the most development in the movie. So I think, and it's weird because people are calling Ben Mendelsohn the villain, even though he's not really the villain of the movie. He's kind of like a reformed kind of, like, I don't even know what to call him. It's kind of weird.
He's not a protagonist. He's not an antagonist. He's kind of like in the middle. Like they write him like his character is like really weird in terms of his alignment. But like as you said, the soundtrack, like the score was forgettable. The actual like 90s soundtrack, I'm not a big fan of 90s alternatives, so it didn't really do that much for me. What else? Yeah, the fight scenes were not really that memorable. Like we saw the train sequence in the trailers. You basically saw that whole action scene in the trailers. The ending fight scene was nothing to write home about.
Dude, the ending fight.
It was so like anticlimactic.
Yeah, it was anticlimactic. It was a joke. It was a joke.
Yeah.
I was like, alrighty.
Yeah, and like the scrolls weren't really used. Like even when the scrolls were transforming, like they used them more as a joke than like a serious threat. Like,
yeah, no, I understand that. Well, what you talked about all the other actors, and you even admitted like saying that the supporting cast held up that film. What do you think Brie Larson like relatability and character development?
Yeah, as I said, like I think her performance was average. I think there were scenes that she was good in, like that farm scene with Ben Mendelsohn and his family. I think the chemistry with her friend was fine. Her chemistry with like her Abin Sur type, like that's my main misgiving with the movie that we'll get into with the spoilers. But like, I didn't really feel the relationship between her and the scientists, like the Kree scientist that gave her powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no connection there whatsoever for me. I thought her chemistry with Sam Jackson was fine. I think Sam Jackson was kind of holding out that side of the chemistry because I think he had, even though like his jokes didn't land with me, like none of the jokes landed with me. This is one of the Marvel movies where like none of the jokes landed. Like they were kind of like cheap laughs. I'm just like,
the jokes are pretty bad. It's like
the jokes are pretty bad.
Like when they were saying about the whole, about her not being, be able to be a pilot. It's like, this is why we call it the cockpit. I was like, alrighty, who talks like that?
Well, I can't. I feel like a dude in the military would say that. So it's like, especially in that time where it's like,
that sounds so cheesy. Like,
but I'm telling you, a dude would probably say that, even though it's cheesy.
Like in a film, though, I don't think you should. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they could have left it.
Didn't land with me. I wasn't like, like I was like, oh my gosh, cringe.
Yeah, but yeah, like it's so weird because sometimes with these solo movies is that they have a hard time getting the character, but for some reason in the Avengers movies, they're always better in those team up movies. Maybe because they're not. I did like the mid credit scene. The after credit scene was another throwaway post credit scene. Like that's one of my misgivings about Marvel in general is that they put the important scene in the mid credits and then they put the throwaway scene in the end credits when it should be the opposite. The only time where I liked that was in Spider-Man: Homecoming, where they kind of like made fun of that when Captain America came out. Like the satirical one. I like that one because it was satirical. But like these ones are just like whatever. Like and like there was some like really forced kind of foreshadowing because like right when Nick Fury took out the pager, I'm like, oh, that's the pager. Like she's gonna fiddle with it somehow. Like it's like they set up plot points in previous movies that
I get why they did it, but it just seemed forced the way they put in the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Like with Ronan and with the pager. And just overall, it's just a mediocre, I would say. Like, I wouldn't go as harsh as you, Red Hood. I think I liked it a bit more, but I liked it less than Jigga, so I would probably say like 6.5.
Yeah, I don't know. Me, it's just like
It's just in the middle. It's just another one of those like take or leave Marvel movies. Like, I'm not gonna.
the only thing that like made it for me for a 5, like, was just like the supporting cast and the de-aging of
Yeah, the de-aging was really good too. I like the de-aging.
Fury and Coulson.
Even though Sam Jackson still kind of moves kind of clunky.
Yeah.
Because that showed his age more than the de-aging did. De-aging was good, but his movement really was rough.
Yeah, that's what it is when you get that age, you know.
Yeah. Taladia.
Yeah, Talia, what do you think about the film?
After me watching it, I thought the film was a little bit slow at the beginning, and then it started to pick up pace. I have to say, Samuel L. Jackson was funny. Some of the other cast, Brie Larson just didn't pick it for me, to be perfectly honest. I have to see what she's like in Endgame, but like first impression straight off was just like, I'm just like, I'm just, I got that impression, and like with the other cast members, I felt they did a good job. Jude Law did a good job. The cat did a good job. And I gotta say, whoever played Ronan, I don't think it wasn't the same actor, was it? Playing Ronan.
It's the same one, I believe.
It was the same one.
I believe it's the same.
I thought he did an okay job. But yeah, I'm not spoiling anything in the plot wise or anything like that. I'll just say, don't be very excited for this movie. I'll say just put it like least like, put your expectations to a minimum for this one.
No.
There is 2 credit scenes as well. So there's a post credit and after credit, which you would probably want to stay for.
Yeah, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Keep going.
And I would give this movie a 4.5 out of 10.
Jeez, you're harsher than me.
Oh.
I thought I was harsh. Big word.
Okay. Since we're getting into spoilers before you start, Red Hood, I just want to take out my main misgiving about the movie, because they straight up lied about one thing.
Okay.
To the lead up of this movie, they kept saying, we're changing the origin so it's less like Green Lantern. That is a straight up lie, because it's straight up note for note like Green Lantern. They changed it to make it more like Green Lantern.
Damn.
Like hotshot test pilot Carol or Hal gets powers that they don't understand from a mentor figure, Abin Sur / Marvel. They changed Marvel to be more like Abin Sur. Even her dying in a plane crash, just like Abin Sur.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize that, but yeah, you're right.
And her teaming up with a partner that eventually goes mad with power, Jan Rog Sinestro.
Yeah.
And disobeying the order of an omniscient commanding force, the Guardians of the Universe / the Supreme Intelligence. It's basically Green Lantern. It's note for note Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you straight up lied to everyone. It's Green Lantern. You didn't change it to be less like Green Lantern. You changed it to be more like Green Lantern. And you just added like the 90s nostalgia thing to like tack onto it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just rubbed me the wrong way.
I feel it. Understandable. So I guess we're going to spoiler territory. So I can go more about it, talk more about it. So spoiler warning. You have been warned. So I guess I'm going to talk about the biggest slap to the face was Nick Fury. Man, oh man, the man was. So Winter Soldier, and I very much know Anthony Russo and Joe Russo when they made Winter Soldier, they totally did not plan for when Nick Fury revealed his eyes. He even said like, this is what happens when you trust somebody and they betray you. Something along the lines of that, right?
Yeah, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. I think that was the line.
And I guarantee you, Joe and Anthony Russo did not plan for that to happen in that film the way it did. Because, man, I was pissed. It was a joke. It was a joke. A freaking cat just scratched his eye. And I was like, are you shitting me right now? Like, why? Why would you do that? Like, how is that? Like, that's not serious at all. And people go like, well, he's a spy, so he's gonna lie. Like, no, dude, you just like that. You're basically saying this where you're excusing the plot line that's happened in Winter Soldier with this, and that's not acceptable. Marvel should answer for that and stuff like that when they do stuff like that, and it creates so many continuity errors now. Like, we had Spider-Man Homecoming that created continuity error. This just created new bag of worms with Project Pegasus and with Tony's dad with the Tesseract and how that comes about. And man, but I guess we could go with Nick Fury's eye first before we go into that type of stuff. But Nick Fury's eye was a joke. I didn't think it was funny. I was just like, wow. You basically made Nick Fury a joke throughout that film. Like Samuel Jackson did a great job. Don't get me wrong, but Nick Fury as a character was a joke in that film. I just did not care for that. I don't know what possessed them to do that, but whatever. I guess, Inspector, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I didn't like it either. I didn't like how it was put off like a joke. It totally ruined like the severity of what he said in Winter Soldier. Yep. And even at the end when the cat coughs up the Tesseract, I'm like, oh, I saw that joke coming.
Yep.
It's like all the jokes were so telegraphed in the movie. It's like that's why they weren't funny, because they were so telegraphed. It's kind of like the jokes in Guardians Volume 2, because they were so telegraphed. You're like, oh yeah, then you just forget about them.
Yes. What about you, Jig? What do you think about Nick Fury with his eye?
Yeah, it's kind of weak how they did it, but I don't know, bro. And it's like it was cat claws, like them scars was like
it does not match up with that.
Yeah, it didn't fit, bro. Like they shoehorned that in.
Yeah,
but it's like this same movie, they have the right to do dumb shit if they want to, bro. Which it was. It's like we didn't need this. They could have just left that alone.
They could have, but they're like, no, let's explain it. Do you agree that Joe and Anthony Russo did not plan for that to happen?
No.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like,
no, just don't have it in the movie. Just he come back later, like, oh man, some shit went down. And that's it.
Talati, what do you think about how Nick Fury lost his eye?
Jigga hit it on the nail. Realistically, he could have brought him back. Like they could have done it like a scene without him getting his eye cut. They didn't need to put that in. They could have done without it, to be fairly honest. And yeah, I think that would have been a much more safer bet.
Yeah. Well, what else did I have a problem with? The last fight scene. Not even a fight scene.
It's not even a fight. Let's be fairly honest.
Yeah.
It was just like
Just blast them.
Yeah.
No, it was just like no, hold on. It's just like Hal Jordan, Green Lantern versus Sinestro in the Green Lantern movie. It's just the same thing.
I was so disappointed there. It was
like even the lead up where she's just like, oh, like Ronan's here, the whole Kree fleet is here. He's shooting rockets at the Earth, and I got my magical plot armor so I can destroy everything.
Destroy like a dang Super Saiyan. Oh god dang.
No, but it's like I said, man. I mean, it's just basically the main fight. It was so bogus. It wasn't even the point to have it in the movie. That's my honest opinion about that.
It took Thor forever. Like a while. It took him a while to get to that type of strength level. Like,
but he got one punch. Still, got his ass kicked.
Like the man had to go to that level of like strength until Infinity War, where he could like blow up ships like that. Carol's just like, nah, dang. I do it once, and I'm like, gosh, dang, plot armor's strong with you. I was like, there's like, I don't know, that portion. I was just like, it was really weak, and I was just like, wow. And I'm hoping that Joe and Anthony don't go that route, where I think they're gonna go, or their hands get tied, and one hit Thanos, Dunzo. It'd be like, all right, deuces, guys. I'm peacing out of here. But no, what do you think, Jigga, though, about the last fight?
I had no problem with it, even though it was just mostly her just fucking flexing her power and just whooping people ass. I mean, what y'all expect, bro? It's like this whole movie is about a strong female, so it's like, I don't know.
Expecting like
they could have did it better.
Like something like Wonder Woman's pretty strong, right?
Yeah.
Like you know, she was. I forgot when I'm watching it. Did they say, I forgot in Wonder Woman, Inspector? I know she was created by Zeus, right, in the film, right?
She was brought to life,
created to kill gods.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. So, was she molded in clay or no?
I think they mixed the origins.
Okay.
So I really don't know, because the whole movie seemed very based off George Perez, and that's the clay origin.
Mm-hmm.
When they brought up the Zeus stuff, that's more of the New 52 origin, so they kind of like mix and match the origins, which kind of make it more confusing.
Yeah.
Like just pick one. But
my whole thing is like,
at one point she said she was molded by clay, and then she said she was brought to life by Zeus.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was like the love child between Zeus and Hippolyta. I think she was molded by clay, and then instead of being imbued by the power of the gods, she was just brought to life by Zeus.
Okay. So what I was trying to say is, like, Wonder Woman in her film, even though she's strong, she gets in certain situations in the film where she has to be smart and do things. Like you see that in like several parts of the film, as well as she goes toe to toe with Ares, you know, and like it shows her overcoming, you know, all of that, overcoming, you know, even, you know,
war itself,
you know, that, and as well as Steve's death, you know.
Yeah.
It's like it shows that, and this, it doesn't show. Like Captain Marvel didn't show any of that. Like what did she really overcome? It just boom boom, I'm done. Like,
she overcame the man who tried to control her power
by just one-shotting.
No, by blasting him, telling him, I don't have to listen to your rules, you man. You can control my body, you man.
I don't know if it's like half jigga joker.
It's half joking, but at the same time, that's like kind of what it was. Like she blasted him, like, I don't have to listen to you. Like, I have to prove myself to you. It's like, bro.
I think that's what they were going for. I just didn't think it was executed that well. It's all about execution, and I don't think
like it was more about her regaining her memories than her like going against Jan Rog at the end.
Yeah.
Because once she regained her memories, like when everything came back, basically the plot caught up to her, and she was able to beat the bad guy.
Like basically, it was like as Superman was Superman the whole movie, but he just had kryptonite on him. He realized, oh wait, I got kryptonite on me. Take us off, destroy, and they're like, oh no, I'm Superman. I'm smashing everybody. Like, bro,
Not really.
That movie.
Well, Superman has a lot of like. This is why I have when I guess that's brought up because a lot of people don't know how to write Superman. I feel right. It's like a lot of people need like things. So like what I'm saying like that is like Superman has internal conflicts. About trying to save everyone, about trying to overcome that, and not try to even go to the dark side, where the man is tempted several times to become evil, but he has to overcome that. It's like there's no internal conflict or there's no character growth when I see Captain Marvel. That's just me, though. I don't know if I'm wrong in that assertion.
No, I kind of see where you're coming from. Yeah,
that's the whole problem I have with the film. I can't tell you like the plot line was her gaining her memory, but there's no character development, like any of it. Like I could tell you character development from Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, and all that. I can't tell you for Captain Marvel. She's the same person how she was from the first movie, the first part of the movie or the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie, or even to the mid credit scene of the movie. I guess we'll go into that later. I guess how do we all feel though about Marvel being changed from man to woman? Personally, I don't care. I can understand some people being angry about it, but I don't.
I've got no comment for this.
I don't care that she was like her sex was changed. I just care. I just, as I said before, I just care how they wrote her. Because they didn't like Marvel. It doesn't matter really what sex he or she is, but like as I said, they basically made Marvel Abensur, and in the comics he wasn't Abensur. Like, sure, he was a mentor to Carol, but he died totally differently. He died of cancer.
Yeah, he died of
cancer. And I think that's more impactful than just giving her an Abensur-like death.
Yeah.
Like having the bad guy shooting her down in a test flight. It's just like, there's no impact there.
I agree with that. What else can I say? It's not much like things to really go about. There's like, before we go, okay. How do we feel about the Tesseract, right? Making weapons. So this is what I don't understand. So when this creates continuity errors. Avengers, remember in Avengers, the Tesseract where Fury made weapons, they confront him. Basically, Thor confronts him, and he says, we basically had to make weapons to, just in case to fight against people like you." But he knew about people like that since Captain Marvel. So this whole thing, I'm just like, I don't understand. We're getting like the continuity errors more and more now. This is like the whole problem with this type of prequel film. Like, do you think, Inspector, that they shouldn't have done this in the 90s? That they should have done it more of a modern film, or what?
I don't know.
Because it's creating continuity errors. It's like it's hard to.
It's hard because I would say in like current day Marvel, it's hard to do a contemporary movie.
like in contemporary times because of Endgame and Infinity War.
Well, just not even have her in it. Just have her in like the next phase of the movies. Like, I don't understand why you need to shoehorn her in.
I would say if this was phase 1, I think she would have worked better in phase 1 than she does now.
Yeah.
Or maybe like after Endgame, as you said.
Yeah,
but
I guess. Then, here's the kicker. I don't know how you guys felt about this, but Samuel L. Jackson, creating the Avengers Initiative, got the Avengers from.
I thought that was so cringy.
I was just like,
Same.
Oh my gosh.
Same. I felt as if that was cringy too.
You're telling me that Captain Marvel is what inspired Nick Fury to create the Avengers, even though the Avengers Initiative was to avenge the people that need avenging. That's the whole point. Well, so why do we have Carol, the one? Who is she avenging here? I'm confused. The first Avenger, and this is not me just hating. Like there is a movie called The First Avenger. Is Captain America. World War II. Are we forgetting that? Or are we just going to be like, yeah?
Look, this shit got moved on, dog.
Like, for me, this is just propping her up. We're propping her up and put, Captain America, get him out of here. Get this man out of here. Got Captain Marvel now. I'm just like, well, I don't know. What do you think about that about Nick Fury making or being inspired by Captain Marvel for the Avengers?
Who do you want to go first?
No, you can go ahead.
No, I think you go first, man.
All right, it's kind of weak. Like it's another one of those things where I agree where like they are diminishing him. Like he's supposed to be the dude who's like put all this together, and it's like, oh no, he's inspired by her. It's like they did a lot of like just diminishing him as a character.
Yeah.
This is another way they did it. Like, bro.
Yeah, it's like also. I guess we'll go into how do I want to proceed with this? Okay, so Craig Coulson, right?
Yeah, Clark Gregg.
Right, he knows about Captain Marvel, right? So, like, where is this like?
How is it not featured in the other Marvel films?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why ain't you gonna mention it? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or any of this stuff? It's like. This is a whole issue when you do this type of stuff. Oh, also, S.H.I.E.L.D. I forgot what film it was, but they said back in the day they weren't called S.H.I.E.L.D. They weren't called S.H.I.E.L.D. So why are they called S.H.I.E.L.D. like at a point when they're not supposed to be called S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, I think they were not called S.H.I.E.L.D. like in the 40s when they were formed. I think they
were called S.H.I.E.L.D. in the 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
They didn't specifically say when they were.
I'll forgive that because that's more ambiguous.
Okay.
Because I wouldn't say that's a straight up continuity error. I would say that's more of an ambiguous thing because when S.H.I.E.L.D. was created, like in the 40s during World War II, it wasn't called S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, it wasn't called S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah. I mean, it's like, I don't know if it is because I'm going to have to look more into it. But I thought I remember hearing that at that time frame it wasn't. But if it isn't, then it isn't. But, and then we got more. So what do you think about, and man, they were ass on the press junkets like Samuel L. Jackson. So why didn't you call Captain Marvel with the New York invasion? And Samuel L. Jackson was like, because it wasn't an emergency. I was like, what?
What?
What? Sir.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The whole city was being destroyed by an invading alien race.
It's like the Avengers could have handled. No, dude, how are you gonna say that? Oh yeah, man. I know they definitely can handle it.
And plus, like, they weren't getting along with each other, so they were always bickering. I mean, that's a Joss Whedon thing, so he was probably forcing them to bicker, but that's just how Joss Whedon writes people. But
no.
Again, with Ultron, like another like
Ovia,
like a city gets lifted up into the air.
To get thrown back into the Earth.
Like Hydra infiltrates Shield. Like you don't think that's an emergency?
Nothing. Shit ain't an emergency. That's what I don't understand. This is where you cause the whole issues there. Well, why does it emerge? Oh, well, never mind.
I mean, that's just a problem with the connected universe.
This is why I said that this movie should have happened after Endgame. It's like when you create these problems.
No. This movie should have happened after Iron Man 2. Way before. I feel. My honest opinion.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, maybe. I would say that. Well, Jacob, what do you think about that? About him not paging her any of those times?
I think who did I say that to? I can't remember who I said that to, but yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like all this stuff that is really going on. Like, oh no, it's not important enough. Like, bruh, Earth's almost destroyed like 3 or 4 times. Like now you want to call her when the Earth is already destroyed? Like, bruh.
Yeah, like, oh no, we gotta call him now. It's like, okay. All right, I guess we can go into the mid-credit scene and talk about it. You got the that soundtrack that I was talking about. That's very I know that's from Infinity War. Like that's why the only I was surprised that I enjoyed the soundtrack in Infinity War. When I was saying that, I enjoyed it. I listened to when spoilers Gamora falling off. I thought that was a good soundtrack. Not gonna lie, and all that stuff. I think that's the most memorable one. I could be completely wrong on that front with people here, but I thought Infinity War had a good soundtrack. But when seeing the pager basically, powers off, and they're like, "Oh, yo, we need to power this back on, man." And then, man, oh man, she shows up behind them, and she did not express anything in her face. I was like, no concerns. Like, where's Fury? And I'm like,
well, no, it's like she's just trying to figure out what's going on. I give him that.
No, you would express when you're asking a question like that. Where's Fury? Like, wait, what? There was nothing. It was.
Wait, hold up. We got to figure out where the fuck she was.
What do you mean?
Where has she been at? Because she's with people, half of them would disappear. So,
yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
She brought with him, have gone? Wouldn't she be like, oh shit, what the fuck?
No, it's spooky, bro.
And then how did she get inside the area without making noise?
That doesn't make sense at all.
Oh man, maybe she can go through walls like Kitty Pryde. But that's just me. I don't know. She didn't show that much emotion. Her face didn't emote. That's the whole issue I had. I was like, yo, what? Didn't even emote?
Yeah, that didn't bother me. It really didn't bother me that much, so I can't say much.
That's just me though. I was like Black Widow. She's like, where's Fury? Or what happened to Fury? She emotes. She didn't emote at all, Brie Larson. That's just me though. That's my whole problem. When I want to see an actor commit to a role, I'm just they need to commit to that role. But I guess what are your points? I guess in the whole mid-credit scene, what do you think about it? I think I'm done with my point.
I thought it was a good mid-credit scene. I thought it set up Endgame pretty well. Yeah, that's all. I think it was one of their better end credit scenes. I thought it set up it real well.
I feel it's the equivalent.
I thought the tone of it was good. I kind of agree where you kind of expected her to show up because like, oh, like the thing shut off. It's like they're kind of acting kind of stupid because when a signal shuts off, you can't. You have to expect that the person is there, that they got the signal, and they're there. Like, I get they're worried and I get they're worried and they're kind of flustered, but they're kind of being stupid in that moment. But
Yeah.
I forgot to mention.
She was in a different armor. Like her armor looked.
Yeah, I think that was like it's a different one. I noticed that. I was gonna say, I don't know how they're gonna do Secret Invasion now. Secret Wars. Like after watching that movie, I'm just like, huh? No Secret War at all from this. Is that like basically the Skrulls are the good guys?
Yeah, that confused me.
I was like, unless they're gonna play it off like, oh no, the Skrulls became bad now. Now there's gonna be Secret Wars.
But they said it's like a whole bunch of them everywhere, so it's like maybe they're good ones.
Maybe. I'm hoping that's the case.
I mean, Skrulls have always the Skrulls have always been kind of like neutral in alignment because, like as I said in the movie, all they're doing is looking for a home. Like that's the main thing. But the Kree and the Skrull have always been head to head, so they always fight each other. That's why the Skrulls were in this movie.
Aren't the Krees usually the good guys in the comics?
No, the Krees are usually neutral.
Okay.
Like both the Kree and the Skrull are kind of neutral because they both have their own wants and needs, and they don't really align themselves with the heroes or the villains.
Mm-hmm.
Like Gladiator, who's like the big Kree like general, he's neutral. Mm-hmm. He doesn't really have any alignment. He sometimes teams with the Avengers, but like I don't know any other big Kree people because I'm not really familiar with Cosmic Marvel.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Inspector on this one.
Anything else? I can't think of anything else that stuck out to me. Yeah, I think that I don't think the movie I probably won't buy this on Blu-ray or watch it again.
I agree. I'm not gonna get it. I usually don't.
No, I'm not gonna get
stuff on. Yeah. I usually don't buy stuff anyway.
I usually do. But this one, the no go like it. Wonder Woman I got, Infinity War I got. Like this one was I don't know. But that's our review, I guess. Hope you guys respect our opinions. Now I'm gonna start trolling again. Like Captain Marvel, terrible film. Whoever likes this film doesn't like good movies.
Okay, Red Hood.
Yeah, man. Your opinions don't matter.
Your opinion equals nothing.
Exactly.
My opinion is the only opinion that matters. Wow. If you're wrong, everyone's wrong except for me.
Exactly.
Wow.
If you don't agree with me, I'm going to Thanos snap everyone out of existence.
Sarcasm. I love sarcasm.
But guys, make sure to hit that like button. And I do want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you guys for lurking. You guys are awesome as well. And thank you guys who are watching this as a video. You guys are also awesome. And make sure to comment below. Let us know what you guys thought about the topics and also what you thought about Captain Marvel, even though my opinion is the one that always matters. Facts, and I hope Rogue gives her a handshake. Also make sure to hit the subscribe button, get notified when videos are up. I'm gonna keep trying to. I'm probably gonna tomorrow or later today because it's 12:24 my time. Live stream Devil May Cry 5 once I'm out of lab, Yeah, we're gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna make a couple videos here and there. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitch. I might be live streaming a couple old games. I don't know what games. It'll probably Mass Effect 1. And make sure to follow me on Twitter at Rosette240. See you guys. And Jacob, where can they find you? Oh man.
You can check me on twitch.tv/JigApril.
And Spectre, where can they find you at?
They can follow me on Twitter at the Inspector, and I do have a new article coming out tomorrow.
Nice. Make sure to follow him and read that article. It'll be nice. And
you guys can find me on Twitter, which is at Taladia Plays. You can also find me on YouTube, same thing, Taladia Plays, and also Twitch. I'll be live streaming tomorrow and doing some Modern Warfare Remastered, Jump Force, a mixture of both. And I'll be doing a YouTube video as well, recording that and getting that out for you guys on my channel for the weekend. But like Red said, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and share with all your friends. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. And until next week, we'll see you guys later.
It also, I completely forgot, Avengers Endgame is done editing and stuff like that. So gonna be that 3-hour mark. Avengers hype. The Overleveled podcast. Signing off.
Bye, guys.
Yeah.